Not yet. It's not hot yet. Here you go.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Pepsi Arena at the Northfield Arena here in Northfield, Minnesota for an epic Big Nine battle between Owatonna Huskies and the Northfield Raiders. Last year, the Big Nine Conference title was Owatonna as they defeated the Raiders 2-1 late in the season. So this is a very rare opportunity to see two powerhouses going at it so early in the season, contending for the Big Nine, because they are usually battling right to the end each and every single year. The Raiders are currently 3-0, coming off another win over Rosemont on Tuesday night. They beat Mound West Tonka 4-0 on Saturday, and they opened the season against Gentry, and they beat them 4-1. In this first opening contest, they were able to score first, but the other night against Rosemont came out and scored at the 4:09 mark to set the pace, but the Raiders came out early in the second period and put a point on the board at the 48-second mark, so a very quick strike in the second, and then at the 4:39 mark, Maya Miller put him up 2-1, then Rosemont tied it back up, and Raiders took the lead of 3-2 going in to the third period. Rosemont took 14 minutes and 35 seconds before they could tie it up, but the Raiders come back at the 16:45, just 15 seconds remaining in the period, to take the win against Rosemont. We are probably going to expect a lot of the very, very same here tonight. These two are back-to-back running after each other. They're going after each other. It is the fourth game of the Northfield Raiders, so they are starting to get their legs under them. Coach Paige Haley has made some changes to the first two lines there a little bit, and even to the third line. So they have been moving things around and figuring things out. Coach Tony Cloud from the Huskies has said much of the same. They've done a lot of scrimmaging this year. This is their second game, but they did do several scrimmages along the way to help build their strength and help build their core and get their legs out from under them. Owatonna only had 2 penalties the other night. The Raiders had 5. They had 9 in the contest before that. You're going to hear from both coaches. You're going to hear them say, we got to stay out of the box. We got to stay out of there. We got to prevent the other team from getting in the power play. And if they are in a power play, their penalty kill has to be absolutely perfect. So Ayla Puppy, of course, leading all scorers for the Raiders with 9 thus far this year. And if you remember last year, she had a bunch of them. She had over 80 points last year. And really, it was 88 points total. And, of course, we got Emerson Garley back this year. She had 51. Grace McCoshen had 43. Maya Miller had 31 points last year. So they're all back, and they're all ready to play. As far as Owatonna is concerned, they do have some of their players back. They lost 12 players last year, but they brought on 10 are returning, and they have 9 new faces on the roster here so far this year. So it's going to be a battle of the Big Nine going head-to-head right here for the Northfield Ice Arena this evening. The JV, in case you're wondering, skated to a 5-5 tie. Owatonna came back and tied it with about a minute and a half to go in the third period, so the JV ties that one up, and of course we do not go extra innings on that. So it's just a couple of minutes away from getting this thing started here, but we're going to take a short break, and then when we get back, we are going to talk a little bit more about what this evening is, and then we will be back to talk with our coaches as well. That's all coming up here on Raider Hockey on KYMN and streaming on NorthfieldLive.com.
At Merchants Bank, we're committed to helping our customers fulfill their hopes and dreams. But what does that look like? It means being there to guide you through financial choices, like tips for maximizing your savings or choosing an affordable mortgage option based on your needs. It means we have digital banking tools to make your life easier. And when you need a local, friendly person to talk to, we're here for you then, too. Join Merchants Bank family today. Visit merchantsbank.com or stop in today.
Hi, Dr. Michael Ritchie Eye Clinic and LASIK Center. Do you have HSA dollars that you're looking at wondering, hey, what can I use these on? Did you know you can use HSA, HRA, and other health savings accounts to pay for your LASIK procedure? In addition, if you have a Flex account, you can set aside money in your Flex account for next year to use towards LASIK.
Ritchie Eye Clinic and LASIK Center, Faribault. World-class LASIK, small town traffic. RitchieEyeClinic.com.
Heritage Dental Care in Northfield is a general dental clinic specializing in a variety of dental procedures and services. New patients and emergencies are welcomed 5 days a week. Heritage Dental Care is a proud supporter of Northfield Athletics and wish all of our athletes the best of luck this season. Make an appointment today with Dr. David Bress, Dr. David Buck, or Dr. Michael Thompson. Go Raiders!
No matter what business you're in, it's hard to find someone to keep your business clean. ServiceMaster by Ayatt's janitorial services cover everything from floor care and carpet cleaning to general cleaning, windows, and power washing. When you're in need of janitorial cleaning services, demand the yellow van. Call ServiceMaster by Ayatt today.
Demand the yellow van. Call ServiceMaster.
Fireside Orchard and Gardens has gone to great lengths to make their orchard enjoyable for the entire family. Fireside Orchard has cider, pies, fudge, and they grow 27 of our favorite Minnesota varieties, such as Honeycrisp, Sweet Tango, Zester, and Harrelson. Open 7 days a week, 9 to 6, until December 24th. Avoid the crowds and stop by during the week. Fireside Orchard and Gardens is located just west of Northfield on Highway 19. Check them out on Facebook, see a full list of apples at firesideorchard.com, then stop for the apples and stay for the gardens at Fireside Orchard and Gardens.
What if you could choose to make a positive difference in the lives of others just by where you choose to bank? When you bank with Hometown Credit Union, you are participating in a not-for-profit cooperative. We proudly reinvest into our communities through free financial education to people of all ages. We believe people can make better money decisions when equipped with the financial knowledge they need. Learn more about how you can join Hometown to make a difference and support our financial education outreach at www.hometowncu.coop.
And welcome back to the Northfield Ice Arena. Jimmy LaRue along with Brent Bielman, who are joining us this evening for the pre-game contest. It is going to be a fun one. It's Owatonna. It's Northfield. These guys are sluggers. They'd like to battle it out. It's going to be fun.
Yeah, no, it's been a good rivalry over the last few years, and it'll be really good tonight, I think. So I'm excited for a fast-paced game and a physical game, I bet, too.
So I talked to both coaches before we got started here tonight, and both of them said the same thing. You got to stay out of the penalty box.
Yeah, and it's hard to do when it's such a rivalry because, you know, your emotions get a little bit higher at the time, and so that's going to have to be what they keep in check, and I think the team that does that and finishes on their special teams is going to come out of the victor.
Well, and that was the thing. So, you know, the first game they had 9 penalties against Gentry, and then against Mountain West Tonka they had several. They had like 8 or 9 penalties, and they cleaned it up a little bit the other night with 5. Owatonna had just 2 the other night, and so they seemed to be very disciplined. However, a lot of their players left, but they still got 10 coming back and 9 new people. So there's a lot of depth on Owatonna, and they remember each other from last year because a lot of the Northfield Raiders, they're all back too.
Yeah, and it's really a program. It's not just the high school team. Both have good youth programs. They've developed well, and so it's not like you hit a high point and then you just drop off the face of the earth. This is going to be a good program, long-standing, both of these two. They've got a history of a long program, so
like I said, I had talked a little bit about Tony Cloud. Tony Cloud's been around for a while. He's coached this team, and I asked him if he was going to be at a disadvantage because he's only had 1 game. He said they did a lot of scrimmaging. They did a lot of conditioning, things like that. Feels like his team's in pretty good shape. Similar to like Coach Haley now. They've got 3 games under their belt, so they've got a lot of high-paced energy. The key is, can they keep their legs strong enough? Because that's usually when you start doing the slashing and the tripping and stuff like that.
Yeah. No, I mean, I think at this time of the season, you're like, especially for Northfield, they've had 3 games now under their belt. Your conditioning's there, so it's just. And even for Owatonna, their conditioning is there right now. They have that first game under their belt, and so the biggest thing is the emotions of this is a Big 9 game, and it's really that first of 2 for the conference championship. So you have to keep those emotions in check.
Right, and usually a lot of times, they'll play Owatonna towards the end of the season, so they all are battling. They're either tie or whatever. This one is starting off the season.
Yep.
Get things started.
Yeah, it kind of starts off with a bang, and I think Paige would really like that just because they've had 3 good tests now. Let's keep it going. You don't want to take the pedal off the gas of going against somebody that you're going to score 10 goals, and so it's nice to come into that first conference game playing a big rival and a good team.
Well, and so Owatonna beat Hastings the other night pretty handily. Hastings actually scored, but it took them almost to the end of the first period to score, and then Owatonna came back in the second period and kind of tied things up and then took over from there for the most part. So their goalie didn't see a lot throughout the rest of the evening, so their defense was doing pretty well for Owatonna as well. So I think, like you said, with all the emotion that we got coming, I think it's just going to be a fun, all-out, get-going, gassed-up game.
Yep. You might hear some yelling from the crowd, too. I think the refs will hear it from the crowd because it's just emotions just rise up, and it's just the heat of the action, but it makes it fun, too. I mean, it's great. It's going to be a packed house here for girls hockey, Big 9 conference. It's just a fun night.
Done the program well.
Yep.
So, like I said, I'm Jimmy LaRue. This is Brent Bielman. We got Joey Hudson in the production studio over there. Madison Hansen, the senior, over there running the camera for us. And, of course, Lance Reister. He's walking around drinking pop and eating popcorn and rooting on the team. But we're going to interview our coaches. Our coaches' interviews tonight are brought to you by the Hometown Credit Union, serving 26 counties in southern Minnesota. They have 2 locations in Owatonna, one in Faribault, and one right here in Northfield. So with no further ado, I was able to talk to Tony Cloud ahead of time. And again, he has said that, emotions are going to rise high. So let's check out what Tony had to say earlier this evening. Joining me for this evening's pregame is head coach of the Owatonna Huskies, Tony Cloud. Tony, you've got one game under your belt. Looks like Hastings jumped out to a lead, late in the period, and then you came back with 5 unanswered goals. What did you take away from that first meeting of the season?
Yeah, obviously being the first game of the year, every team's kind of working through, making sure you knock the rust off and just kind of getting their feet underneath them. Unfortunately for us, we started off with a turnover in the neutral zone that led to a breakaway and on one of the few Hastings shots in the first period. But our team bounced back really quickly, being able to respond to the goal of our own about a minute or so later, and then really took over the game in the second period and then into the third period, really extended our lead with a power play goal and cashed in on an empty netter as well.
I see that you had a penalty in the second and a penalty in the third, so you got to be pretty happy with just having 2 penalties on the evening.
Yeah, definitely. It was a point of emphasis for us, especially in the first game of the season, knowing that we don't want to go out there and kill too many penalties and find ourselves changing the flow of the game by being in the box too often. So our girls did a good job of still being physical, but playing the game well and drawing penalties and allowing us to get on the power play. Still working through some of the off-season stuff with the power play unit, but we're able to capitalize with a goal later in the game as well.
That was your first game. Tonight is your second game. Now, Northfield is coming into game number 4 already. Was that just the luck of the draw, if you will, or did you elect to take longer time to maybe do some conditioning before you got on the ice?
No, we've had preseason scrimmages scheduled. We ended up going up to South St. Paul and playing against South St. Paul, Buffalo, and North St. Paul Tartan. And then last week we ended up scrimmaging Mankato East on Wednesday as well. So unfortunate that we didn't have more official games coming into the season, but we've had enough time to get ourselves ready and get things underneath us before. Obviously, Northfield coming into it as their 4th game, they probably have figured out a few more things through the first 3 games. Obviously having a lot of success early on as well, beating Gentry, Mound West Tonka, SWC, and Rosemont the other night as well.
So you lost about a dozen gals from the team from last year. There's still several from last year's team, but how do you look at your teams thus far with the youth and the changeover?
Yeah, we've got a really strong core that comes back still, along with our 3 senior captains. We're kind of heavy on our junior class, actually, this season with only having 4 seniors. But we returned Molly Octekirk, Samantha Bogan, Izzy Radel, and Zoe Roush as our 4 seniors. And all 4 of those girls have quality varsity experience and have produced throughout their careers and found a lot of success. So really just filling in some of the holes that we had lost with losing 7 graduating seniors, and then just coming into the season, figuring out what we have.
Well, you're up against Northfield. You're in their facility, and it's always an emotional rivalry. You only had 2 penalties the other night. Are you going to tell your girls, hey, stay out of the penalty box tonight against this team?
We're going to do our best. We always know emotions get high along with Northfield. We've had really tight games with them. We've had really meaningful games with them as well. So it's interesting having this game so early on in the season after my last few years, we faced off at the end of the year to determine the conference championship. So being able to see this team early on and being able to get our game up to the level that it needs to be pretty early on is going to help us be successful throughout our season. But yeah, I'm definitely going to try to keep us out of the box so that we don't give Northfield very many power plays. They've had a good success on the power play. I think they scored 3 power play goals in their last game as well. So we got to be smart on the penalty kill. We got to be smart physically and just allow us to use our time and space to create our own offense.
Well, I really appreciate the time, Coach, and we wish you the best of luck even against Northfield.
Yeah, appreciate it. Thank you very much.
All righty. That, of course, is Tony Cloud, the head coach of the Owatonna Huskies, and we'll hear from the head coach of the Raiders coming up here in just a couple of seconds.
Hometown Credit Union is proud to call Northfield and Dundas home. We offer a variety of loan options, checking, savings, and credit card accounts with a focus on financial wellness and member advocacy. You belong at Hometown Credit Union. Learn more at hometowncu.coop.
Well, we are, of course, here at the Northfield Ice Arena. Brent Bielenberg, along with Jimmy LaRue, making the call this evening. And nice night. It's 50-something degrees outside.
It's awesome.
It's nice in here tonight. It's beautiful.
I know.
I mean, the heat's on a little bit, but I love it. Usually, my teeth are chattering away. It's
totally
crazy. But I don't think there was any surprise to what you heard from Tony there. Pretty much what we were saying. That they feel like they're as conditioned as they can be, and they're ready to go.
Yeah. No. And I mean, you're kind of as a program. He kind of was downplaying. They were returning a lot. I mean, they lost some good players. They lost a goaltender, but they're returning a lot of scoring. And so he knows that they have a good squad. Paige knows she has a good squad, so this is going to be a good game. But you tend to, as a coach, just like, well, we're hoping we can do this and this. But I tell you right now in the locker room, they're telling their kids, hey, we're just as good as these guys. We need to go out there and set a tone.
Well, and I think whoever scores first gets out on top, controls the game, has probably got the most advantage.
Yep.
So we'll see how that all shakes out. We're only a couple of minutes away from the opening face-off, and we want to thank, of course, again, our Hometown Credit Union is not-for-profit cooperative owned by its members for bringing us today's coaches. So speaking of which, let me run down and catch up to Paige Haley in her pregame interview. Joining me now is the head coach of the Northfield Raiders, Paige Haley. Paige, you started off the season with a wonderful victory over Gentry, and then you went up to Mound West Tonka and took care of business up there, and then you won again the other night in a tight battle, which seemed like a tight battle anyhow, as you guys kind of pulled it out there in the third period. You're 3-0, and you're going up against an Owatonna squad that absolutely comes to play every time they're here.
Yes, we're excited. We've had a good opening to our season, and we're definitely proud of how we've played and how we've started things off. But when you start to get into a conference opponent, especially a conference opponent who will give you their best every time, you never really know what's going to happen. So we're ready to go.
So they obviously, just like you, lost a few seniors. They lost a pretty good portion of their team. Some of their top performers are gone again this year, but a lot of them are back. They had a 19-7 record last year, and I believe you guys had a 20-8 season last year. And so your guys are always matched when it comes to that. So looking back at the roster from last year and the ones that are going to return this year or tonight, what do you think? What are you up against? How do you have to play to take down Owatonna?
I think, we just got to play the type of hockey we're trying to play. And, when you get into games against Owatonna, it can start to become emotional. So I guess I would say we're not really looking, it's so early in the season. We're not, coaching against anything specific on the other side because we don't really know where they're at. They just started too, and we don't have a ton of scouting on them per se, but yeah, it's just be ready for anything, be ready for high compete, high emotion. And, I always tell my girls not too high, not too low. So don't get too overexcited and don't think that this doesn't matter either.
So the last game, I think against Gentry, you had like 9 penalties, and that spent a lot of time. You had 5 against Rosemont, 4 of them just in that second period alone.
Yep.
Okay, this is an emotional battle. You know that. Owatonna comes to play. You guys are just, rivals. Let's face it. And with that kind of turnovers, you can't necessarily afford to do that against a team like this.
Right. Yep. It's definitely a point of emphasis right now is staying out of the box. So I've talked about it before, but staying away from certain types of penalties like slashing, hooking, interference, tripping. Those are all penalties that you can control by moving your feet and playing through a player's hands. So, if we can eliminate our time in the box, it definitely puts us in a better position. And, if you're a team that wins that special team battle, you're usually ahead. So
do you feel that because this is your 4th game that you might have an advantage on them? They've only had 1 game under their belt.
Maybe. We've been going pretty hard and the girls are getting their legs under them. So maybe, but it is just so early enough that, we're still figuring things out too. And we haven't changed anything as far as line combinations or power play or anything like that. So it'll be interesting to see how we've started, how it translates to this team, and if what we've been doing that's been working for us is going to continue to work, or if we're going to have to go back to the drawing board after tonight.
All righty. Well, we appreciate you taking some time out, and we wish you the best of luck against Owatonna.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
Paige Haley, head coach of the Northfield Raiders girls hockey team. We'll have a drop of the puck coming up shortly on KYMN and streaming live on northfieldlive.com.
Tonight's home coaches interview was brought to us by Hometown Credit Union, a not-for-profit cooperative owned by its members.
Community Resource Bank, you can bank from anywhere, anytime you want. The CRB mobile banking app makes it easy to keep track of your balances, pay bills, transfer funds between accounts, and deposit checks any time of day or night. With branches in Northfield, Cannon Falls, and Roseville, we can offer solutions for businesses, residential, and investment accounts. Community Resource Bank. Let's bank together. Member FDIC and Equal Housing Lender.
This is Barb from Professional Dental Group, letting you know that the doctors and staff of Professional Dental Group are proud to call themselves Northfield Raiders sports fans. Whether scheduling for an implant, mouthguard, or general visit, we look forward to providing you with the same exceptional care that Professional Dental Group has delivered for over 45 years. So on behalf of Dr. Becky Johnson, Dr. John Nowak, Dr. Brian Cravey, Dr. Tyler Yonke, and Dr. Mallory Peterson, go Raiders!
Community banking at its best. Whether you are looking to improve your financial future, planning to buy a new home, or considering a mortgage, Heritage Bank in Northfield can help. Our ability to make decisions locally provides you the highest level of service at competitive rates. Your finances and home are important to you, and having a staff that you can trust makes all the difference. We make banking easy with real estate specialists and loan officers ready to help you. Stop by Heritage Bank on Highway 3 or contact us at heritagebankmn.com and see how the professionals at Heritage Bank can help you build your future.
Look to River Valley Eye Professionals in Northfield for all of your eye care essentials. Our compassionate team is proud to offer state-of-the-art, innovative technologies to provide a wide array of eye care services, including routine examinations, treatment of ocular disease, dry eye management, surgical co-management, and more. With over 500 designer frames, River Valley Eye Professionals. Don't miss seeing your world.
To the Northfield Ice Arena. And we are going through the opening lineups here, getting things done. We're having a little bit of difficulty with our scorecard. Are we able to grab them now? Your starting lineups are brought to you by Ritchie Eye Clinic. If you're interested in improving your vision, scheduling a free consultation at Ritchie Eye Clinic is a great first step. Well, we've got a full house in here, that's for sure. Owatonna traveled pretty well, Brent, so we got to have a little yelling and a little screaming going on, I think, here tonight. And we'll see how it starts off. I thought we had like a blackout there for a second. We got some lighting issues. There they go. Let there be light, and there is.
It's a very full house, so that's fun to see. It's kind of like the old days in the Minnesota. We'd play Farmington, and when you get these neighboring communities playing together, it's just fun to see that. And it's packed here. It's fun to see people lined up around the glass, and stands are full. So
yep. So it's going to be an exciting one indeed. Like I said, Owatonna traveled really well. They've got a very, very good following here. So we'll see how things go. We'll see which team, Paige did mention, coming out and being physical too. She said we got to be physical, but we got to be smart.
Yep.
We got to stay out of the box. But so again, I think Owatonna's got some great skaters.
Yep. No, and that match, the lineup matchup of the both first lines is going to be a key one tonight. Both are very high, potent first lines, and then it comes down to defense and then goaltending. And I think we have an edge in goaltending for the Raiders. Macy's been playing for a full year under her belt, and Thompson, I believe, this is really kind of her first year taking on that starting realm, and just we've got two very high-end defensemen. So.
Well, and she is a 936 save potential, and of course Spencer from Owatonna is pretty good too. So this will be an interesting matchup indeed. So we will face off here, and the Raiders will take control of it right out of the get-go, and Grace will fire it up and around, and all the way it goes. Puppey's going to chase after it. They're going to call an icing penalty right away, and they'll bring it all the way back down. Paige said that she wasn't really changing up the lines a little bit, but I think there was a little bit of move. They moved Garley into that second line, and along with Maya Miller too. So it'll be interesting to kind of see what she does and how she switches things up throughout the game.
Yeah.
Facing off to the left of Mueller. Puppey will come away with it. I'll try to dump it all the way to this near side here as Langford tries to send it up and around the board, but that gets tripped up by Beham down there in the corner. Finally picked up by Bowden. Bowden with a shot, and that's up and over the top of the net. And a save by Macy Mueller. Mueller has really been outstanding. They did put a few points on the board against Rosemont, but that's a good team.
Yep, and she didn't face a lot of shots that day, and that's kind of hard for a goaltender, and she was fighting it a little bit, but the third period she really showed up for that game.
So Ayla Puppey will try to clear it in through center ice, and then she'll hit the brakes, takes a shot towards the net, and that was deflected up and behind before it's picked up by Bowden, the other Bowden. You've got Samantha Bowden, number 6, and you got Kendra, number 19, on the ice this evening. And down the left side they go as Vetch. Vetch will push that one all the way in. They're going to do a full line change here as the Raiders will pick it up around the outside. Paulson will try to push it up. That one is kicked right back in, shot just to the right of the goal. Past Macy Mueller, and it pops all the way out into the neutral zone. And then now skating hard down the right side is Emma Perutka. And they'll call an icing. So we got 15:55. We've already had 2-3 icings already. So people are just getting things under control, making things happen.
Yep.
That's really exciting.
Good pace, though. I mean, we got their legs going, and our bench is a little bit shorter than theirs, but it's good pace here.
Significantly shorter by the looks of it, for sure. And I know that Paige was talking about that. That puck's right out in front. It's in the crease, battling for it out there. Owatonna trying to slap it into the corner before it pops loose. And the Raiders will fight for it down in the near boards. Boards on the left-hand side of us. Raiders, of course, skating from left to right, and Owatonna from right to left. Owatonna in their, as you can see, in their blue and black, and the Raiders in their traditional white and maroon. Skating, like I said, from right to left is Owatonna. They're going to break right on through. That's Bowden, and she's going to fly right through. Shot from the point. That one's broken up. Nice defensive play there. It looked like maybe Miller took it pretty hard there, but she is up and moving again. That one's going to go all the way to the far boards, and they'll try to dump it down in behind. Raiders will try to pick it up in behind the net. Tries to clear it up out of there. Maya Miller trying to clear it. Can't. It's picked up. Centering pass out in front. That one's broken up by the defense, and that'll come all the way out into the neutral zone, and they'll skate it all the way back as the other Bowden sister fires that one all the way through. And now it goes to get Steffes. Steffes will go get it. She's got Ayla Puppey waiting for her. They'll forward that pass up. It's intercepted by Bowden. Bowden will dump it back in. Shot towards there, just to the left of Mueller, who fires hard and wide right. Picked up again by McCaution down there trying to fight for it, tries to clear it through the near boards, trying to skate it up. Slight stick check picked up by Pape, then passed back to Behem. Dump pass here. There's a shot, and that one's broken up. Another shot out front, and that one's deflected and pushed all the way out and in through the neutral zone for the Raiders. Dumping it in is Steffes. She'll head to the bench. Raiders will bring in a whole new line. Puck's picked up back in the corner. That's Achterkirk, one of the leaders of the team for Owatonna. That one's dumped back in by Miller. And she will take it down to the far circle, skates it into the point. She'll pass it back up to the top. Behem passes it all the way across point, all the way, shot towards the goal. That one's picked up and intercepted by Bowden. She'll just fire it all the way up into the neutral ice. Raiders will pick it up again. Miller down the right side, takes a shot, and that one is deflected by Bowden as well. Puck goes in behind the net. Now back down in the corner. Puck comes up to the top, tries to hold it in, dumps it back in. Puck will come all the way around. Picked up by Vetch. Vetch with it. She'll try to fire it up. That one's picked off and intercepted by Behem. She'll skate it back in and around. Down to the other side to the far boards, all the way across and into the neutral zone, and now in to the Owatonna Huskies zone. They'll pick it up and they'll retrieve it themselves. That's going to be Thompson. Tries to clear it up and out of there. Raiders try to keep it in. The puck has disappeared, and it looks like it has jumped over the fence.
It was a good back and forth, and not a lot of action right now for the goaltenders, but they're just kind of feeling each other out there. And I like the way the Raiders they're using their D. They're going D to D to get shots off here.
So we got 13:08 remaining here in the first period from your Heritage Bank scoreboard. We're all tied up 0-0. The Raiders being outshot 3-2 by Owatonna, so no one's really blowing each other away right now. It's being pretty self-contained. That puck will get fired up in behind the net. Raiders will pick it up, skate it up to the top. That one's interrupted and broken up there by Mullenhauser. Mullenhauser fires it all the way through, and they'll sing it and bring it all the way back to the Owatonna edge. So it'll be just left of the goalie here.
You'll start seeing them playing. They're getting the feel of each other, but now they're starting to look at line matching. And they just had their second line out against Northfield's first. Now they put their first line out. You'll start to see Coach LaPanta, the Huskies, they'll start adjusting who they want to get their first line out against.
Well, it's going to be Vetch trying to skate it through, passes it up to Bowden. That one, of course, is Samantha Bowden. Puck's intercepted by Pape, broken up, kicked back into the near corner. Tries to clear it up and out as Behem, but cannot control it as it's intercepted by Owatonna. Now they're on a hot chase here. Behem tries to clear it. She gets knocked to the floor. Puck will go just to the left of Mueller and into the back of the boards before it is picked up. Pape making her run down the right side. Everyone's doing a line change. There's a little stick handle right there. She skates all the way in behind, puts the puck all the way back to the top, and now she'll bring it out of the zone. So now they all have to skate back out of the zone, and then she fires it out of bounds. Interesting play there.
Yep, yeah, it's just they'll kind of get that communication. It would have been nice to do a little scissor cycle up top there and keep it in the zone, but you can tell with the Huskies, number 6, Sam Bogan, she really drives that team. Like, she's got a heavy shot. She definitely is going to be one that we watch tonight.
And she's got her sister out there, too, Kendra Bogan, who is one of the top scorers for them as well. So
yeah, one forward, one D.
Both the Bogans, yeah.
Yep.
So that's going to get picked up by Thompson as she tries to skate in her own zone. Miller tries to dump it back down. There's a shot on point. That's right out in front. Deflected by Spencer there pretty handily. Puck goes in behind the net as the Raiders come clean with it, trying to do a wraparound in between. And it looks like there's a shot between the pads to the 5-hole. And the Raiders will take the lead 1-0 with just 6:34 gone.
Well, we've been talking a lot about Crone the first 3 games here of just, it's her first year on a varsity level. She's actually on the JV roster, but a big, strong kid that can skate, and she was just doing a lot of work down low. That line just got some action, and she just wrapped it around, got it in the net there. So it's fun to see that group. It's not the third line, but you got some third line players mixing in and really creating something for them.
That was kind of interesting. So again, yes, congratulations to Taylor Crone there for her first goal of the season there. And she had last year, I mean, she played a little bit. She played about 15 games, but she did only get 1 assist last year. So good to see her getting on the board. There's another shot that goes errantly wide to the right. Owatonna will swoop down in on it. They'll try to clear it, but that one's dumped right back in there by Grace McCoshen. There's a shot, fires all the way across the crease and all the way to the boards. Raiders will come loose with it down in the near corner, trying to pass it up to the point. Ayla Puppy standing at the right circle, but that one's finally going to get picked up by Kubicek. Kubicek will try to clear it. There's the other Bowden right there. And down the left side, there's Izzy Reddell, one of the top scorers for Owatonna, as one of the returning scorers from last year's team. Raiders will pick the puck up in the near corner. Grace McCoshen bounces it up to Puppy. Puppy will skate down the right-hand side here, being challenged there by Octakirk. Octakirk is not afraid either. She's a powerful. She's got the puck right now, skating through neutral ice. She's not afraid to tangle things up either, as they fire that one all the way into the Northfield bench, and we'll have a penalty, or it'll just be a
face-off.
It'll be on their end. I thought they were going to go center ice, but it looks like they're going to go to the left, and Macy Mueller just left on the circle right there. And Octakirk will face off in the circle. It is won by the Raiders. To the point, shot just to the left of Mueller. Mueller goes in behind the net. It's picked up by Macy. Macy fires one across the middle. That one's stick broken up right there. Down the right-hand side, Paukert trying to clear it out of there. Little cat fight down in the corner there. That puck gets broken up right there. Nice defensive play by Perutka. That one will be picked up by the Raiders. They'll try to push it up through the neutral ice, and we'll be standing right at the blue line, and we got a little bit of everybody sitting in there. So we'll see who comes away with it, and it is Owatonna. Now they try to clear it, but they intercepted by the Raiders, pushed right back into their zone, and that one will come clear. And now Miller will try to dump it in. That one comes loose. Back into the neutral ice it goes. Both teams trying to figure something out, try to find something. Down the left side goes Crone. Excuse me, not Crone, but that's Vetch on the other team. Now Miller comes away with it. She'll skate it all the way through neutral ice. She'll take a shot into the pads, and there's a save by Spencer. So we've got 5 shots apiece against Owatonna and Northfield. Northfield leads this 1-0 with 9:18 to go. And we're going to have a cross-check coming up on Bowden herself right here at the 9:18 mark.
Yeah, no, that was a great rush by Mia Miller, and she just did what we'd call just a pull snapshot, and really got a good piece of that, and it drew that penalty on. So we get to see the power play here for the Raiders, and I can guarantee you that Hastings did not have a power play like the Raiders do. So this is going to be a test for Owatonna to see what they can do.
Face-off is controlled by the Raiders. Steffes with it. She'll take it to the top of the point. Picked up by Puppy. She'll send it to the circle. Now they'll send it to the right circle. Puppy, she likes to take this shot. She'll dump past that one back. Cross center, all the way to the other side of the boards. Deflected briefly. Miller underneath. Back to the point. Pushes it down into the side. Now they'll scramble to the center. There's a puck right out front, and Spencer makes a quick save right there.
It was a good little tip by Isabel, and almost got through the 5-hole there. And the Raiders are doing a little bit. They're bringing down a little bit lower. Owatonna looks like they're going to press, so they're going to get a feel out there and looking for some backdoor plays.
Samantha Bowden faces off against Garley. Garley will control it. It'll come over to the right side. There's a shot, and that one's up and goal! And she shoots! She scores! That's Grace McCoshen from the right circle. Puts the Raiders up 2-0 from your Heritage Bank scoreboard.
Well, that was a good play. It all started with the winning of the faceoff, came up to Miller. Miller just drew the defenseman, or the forward to her, brought it over to Grace, and Grace just had the whole time. That kid can shoot. She's just a very good shooter, and she picked that upper corner and hit that thing. Not a lot the goalie can do on that one.
Yeah, she took it right over the top of her shoulder. She's already in the down spot. Took it right over the top. So it was an excellent shot from that from the circle. And we got a race for it as Anna Mollenhauer goes down the left side. I think she's shot into the glove of Mueller. It is. Nice save by Mueller to keep Owatonna off the board, but that was quite a shot too.
Yep. No, and she read that well and picked it right out of the air. You know that we'll have to watch it because this is about the fourth odd man rush that the Huskies have had. Because our D are so active in the offensive zone, sometimes if we don't have forward falling back, you're seeing these 2-on-1s, and it looks like we got a penalty out of that too. But they see the 2-on-1s, 2-on-0s, 3-on-1s, and you don't want to have too many of them. Looks like number 20, Paulson.
Yep. So she's got a penalty here at the 8:18 mark, so she'll be in the box for a couple of minutes. Two minutes for hooking, and now the Owatonna Bowden will pick it up, skates it all the way down in behind the net here, looking for some help out front. To the point, the other Bowden. That goes for the far right-hand side. Kubicek will pick that one up. She's going to take a shot. That's off the pad of Mueller. That'll clear. Coming down the right-hand side now. Wrong person to get the puck for Owatonna. She'll slide right on through it. It just gets poke check. Just a swipe net. Little Kubicek put a stick on it just enough to take the puck off of her stick. We've got a 1:10 remaining here in the power play for Owatonna. Bowden from the middle. Shot. Deflected slightly to the right of Mueller. Picked up by the Raiders again. They'll try to clear it off the glass and in through neutral ice it goes. Nice penalty kills thus far as Mollenhauer goes after it hard and fast, and they'll start coming the other direction. That one goes all the way across. Bowden, the other Bowden, Samantha Bowden, she heads to the bench when that puck was coming through the neutral zone there, and now it'll be forced up by Mollenhauer. Mollenhauer's got somebody breaking. Rausch breaking to the right. There's a shot off the pad of Mueller. Kicks it back into the near circle. Raiders, 25 seconds. Nice defensive block and almost a breakaway there for just a second. Centering pass across the middle. That one's broken up by the Raiders. 18 seconds to go in the power play. Intercepted by the Raiders. They will take it down that left side. Puppy looking for a centering pass and just misses it across the middle is Emma Perutka. Centering pass all the way across. They'll float that one up. That penalty is over and expired. The Raiders are back at full strength. Raiders lead 2-0 from your Heritage Bank scoreboard. Down the right side, Miller is trying to snake through the middle of it, and that one gets checked up off that one and in behind the net. That one will go. 6:07 remaining here in the first period. Shots are pretty even. 8 for Owatonna, 7 for Northfield. And they're going to get it all tied up back down in the corner. And the scrum comes loose, and it looks like Kubicek. And then that stick poked right off there. There's Maya Miller with a shot across the middle, almost deflected in. And nice rebound there. That one's going to pick up by Owatonna. They're going to try to skate it up and out, and they do so. That's little Izzy Riddell that is flying down that left side. Pape tries to break it up down in the corner. BM will skate around for it. 5:28 remaining here, first period. That one's picked up. Nice play. Oh, and down goes Frazier. Emerson Garley tripped up there for a second. That puck comes loose, and out in front it goes as Mueller pokes it all the way to the far corner. Then it's broken up. Here comes Behem. It's 2-on-2, 2-on-3. She'll come on, skate it through and into the zone. She'll take a shot, fires wide right. That one's going to get picked up by Garley. She tries to rebound it, and it's sent right back into the corner. Little forecheck there down in the corner, and there's another shot towards the goal as that one bounces off the backboard. It comes all the way out to the near circle as the Raiders will try to control that, and they lose control of it, and so they'll have to skate out of there as Austin Paukert takes that puck back through neutral, now skating it down and in. It's Steffes around the corner, and she's going to come around the corner again, probably looking for something across the middle. Little dump pass there to Miller down into the corner, looking for something across the middle. Centering high to Pape. She'll take a shot. That one's off the pad of Spencer right there. Another nice shot on goal. 4:25 remaining here. First period. Raiders on top, 2-0 from your Heritage Bank scoreboard. Puck's dumped right back in, and that she was trying to close it up, and it ended up bouncing off the pads hard. But Owatonna is going to come away with that rebound, and the Raiders will pick it up in the neutral zone as they try to push it forward. That puck got a little bit high there, and now they will clear it And out it'll come. It'll be Froman. Haven't heard a lot from Froman. Froman, another returning hockey player from last year's Owatonna team and one of their top scorers back last year as well. See, now the Raiders will come away with it. Puppy will control it. She'll take it all the way across to the far circle. Skates it back up, sends a pass there, dump pass back down to Puppy. Puppy will take it, try to go take it down into the corner before it's picked up by Dixon down there. She'll try to clear it up and out, and they'll push it forward all the way through the zone. Raiders came in second place there, trying to retrieve that puck, but it's finally picked up by McCaution again, and as they try to clear it off the stick, forced back in by Owatonna. So things are getting a little crazy out here. Amundsen dumps it back in. Now the Raiders will take it down the right side again. Here comes Isla Puppy. She'll hit the brakes, goes to the point, waits for a couple of her players to come in. The defenseman coming in off the bench on a line change there. 2:56 to go. Puck comes to the top of the point. There's a shot that was deflected and just kicked to the right of the net. So that was Garley who got her skate on that one and deflected up off of there. And there goes Octakirk, and she'll take it down the right-hand side as she beats the defenseman there to the puck. Down into the corner they go. Finally picked up by the Raiders, trying to send it up and out, but it's dumped right back in. Nice defensive play over there by Garley. And now that puck will get deflected all the way over to the near boards as it's Macy who tries to push it up across the middle. And now Garley with a nice defensive play. That one's deflected out in front. Back to the near corner it comes. 2:16 to play, first period. From the top, Macy. There's a little skate sticker there, and they'll take it down. Steffes will take it down. We're going to have a slight line change. She pushes it up and into the near corner. Still holding the puck. Now in behind it goes, looking for a centering pass out there. No good. There's a rebound out in front. That one's broken up right there. Nice defensive play by Bowden right there to keep that one out. Raiders will keep continuing in. Miller tries to take a shot. Puck comes loose. Bowden going one-on-one. Shot towards the goal, just to the left of the goal. There's a rebound out front. Miller will just grab it, and she'll hold it up and tie it up. And we've got 1 minute and 38 seconds to go here in the first period as we'll have a face-off to the left of Mueller. Shots tied up at 9-9.
Well, it's been a good pace to it. And the shots are 9-9, but our shots have definitely higher quality. You notice Owatonna, a lot of them are from outside. Mueller's just been doing a good job of putting them into the corners or covering them up. And the defense for the Raiders have been doing a good job of not giving them close shots.
Puck comes loose. Raiders will control the face-off there. Rasmussen getting tied up here at the center line. Lots of Owatonna and Raider skaters out there. Oh, and there's a shot. Down goes Beeman as Octakirk takes her to the floor. 1:22 remaining here in the first period. Intercepted by the Raiders temporarily. Miller will try to keep it in. Raiders will do a quick little line change up here as the 1 minute mark approaches us shortly. Bowden with that puck. She'll try to skate it up and out, and that one comes up. That, of course, is Kendra Bowden. She'll take a shot. That one's bust up by McCaution. Puppy will pick it up in the far corner, dumps it down in behind the net. 54 seconds remaining here in the first period. Raiders will regroup. That one's off the glass. They'll push that one all the way forward. Beham's in out there. Got a snipe with a shot. And she just misses it right off the side of the post. And that one goes back into the far corner. An opportunity for Emma Perutka. And she had a wide open breakaway and just couldn't get it in the net. 35 seconds remaining here. First period. Raiders on top, 2-2. Owatonna tries to clear it up and out. McCaution will take it into her own zone, then dumps it all the way around. That should be a icing. They're going to wave the icing, and they'll bring that back. As they try to clear it up and out, Mueller will take the puck. She'll scoot it over to the corner. McCaution, with 15 seconds to go, will retrieve the puck in her own zone. Fires it off the glass. Dumped and put right back in by Thompson. Thompson will try to get a shot off, and Mueller will hold it. And the clock down to 2.5 seconds to go. We'll have another face-off.
You'd like to see her just throw that into the corner there, but that last opportunity that Perutka had, that was just a perfect play from McCaution off the glass to the person on the boards. Tipped it right through the legs in a breakaway. They're going to watch that on video a few times over because that's exactly how you want that play to be run. So, fun to see. Great period for the Raiders today.
Nice. Well, that is the end of the first period here from the Northfield Ice Arena. And the Raiders, of course, being outshot 10-9, but leading the contest 2-0. So we'll take a short break. When we come back, we'll talk a little bit more about that first period. You're listening to Raider Hockey on 95.1 The One KYMN and streaming live on NorthfieldLive.com.
At Merchants Bank, we're committed to helping our customers fulfill their hopes and dreams. But what does that look like? It means being there to guide you through financial choices, like tips for maximizing your savings or choosing an affordable mortgage option based on your needs. It means we have digital banking tools to make your life easier. And when you need a local, friendly person to talk to, we're here for you then, too. Join Merchants Bank family today. Visit merchantsbank.com or stop in today.
Hi, Dr. Michael Ritchie Eye Clinic and LASIK Center. Do you have HSA dollars that you're looking at wondering, hey, what can I use these on? Did you know you can use HSA, HRA, and other health savings accounts to pay for your LASIK procedure? In addition, if you have a Flex account, you can set aside money in your Flex account for next year to use towards LASIK.
Ritchie Eye Clinic and LASIK Center, Faribault. World-class LASIK, small-town traffic. RitchieEyeClinic.com.
Heritage Dental Care in Northfield is a general dental clinic specializing in a variety of dental procedures and services. New patients and emergencies are welcomed 5 days a week. Heritage Dental Care is a proud supporter of Northfield Athletics and wish all of our athletes the best of luck this season. Make an appointment today with Dr. David Bress, Dr. David Buck, or Dr. Michael Thompson. Go Raiders!
When your carpets, upholstery, and floors look dirty and stained, call the professionals at Service Master by Ayat. Service Master has been an industry leader for more than 20 years and have proven cleaning products to remove even the toughest stains and get the winter weather out of your carpets and floors. Eliminate dirt and grime from your carpet, hardwood, tile, and laminate floors. When you're in need of cleaning, demand the yellow van and call Service Master by Ayat today.
Demand the yellow van. Call Service Master.
Fireside Orchard and Gardens has gone to great lengths to make their orchard enjoyable for the entire family. Fireside Orchard has cider, pies, fudge, and they grow 27 of our favorite Minnesota varieties, such as Honeycrisp, Sweet Tango, Zester, and Harrelson. Open 7 days a week, 9 to 6, until December 24th. Avoid the crowds and stop by during the week. Fireside Orchard and Gardens is located just west of Northfield on Highway 19. Check them out on Facebook, see a full list of apples at firesideorchard.com, then stop for the apples and stay for the gardens at Fireside Orchard and Gardens.
Drive your student to the games and get paid. Many of us would love an extra flexible way to earn money. Benjamin Bus has many driving positions available, including vans that won't require a CDL, small and regular sized school buses. These positions offer flexible hours, days off when kids are out of school. You can even bring your kids to work with you and get paid to watch their games. Benjamin Bus offers on-site training and testing, along with wages up to $24 an hour. No experience is necessary. Stop by Benjamin Bus on Highway 3 in Northfield and we'll be happy to answer any questions.
Valley Auto House is a full automotive repair, shop, collision center, and the only AAA authorized towing facility in Northfield. That means if you are in a minor or a major collision this winter, or if a deer happens to find your vehicle, Valley Auto House can handle it all. We work with all major insurance companies to handle your vehicle, from the tow to completing all of your vehicle's repairs. Valley Auto House is located at Highway 3 South in Northfield, open at 7:30 a.m. until 5 p.m., Monday through Friday, or you can find us at valleyautohouse.net.
We know that there is more to a home than the building. There is care and detail in every last nook and cranny of what you call home. That's why Schmidt Homes is the only call you'll ever have to make. Their in-house designer will work with you to get everything the way you want it. Their highly skilled craftsmen and quality materials will ensure the best possible value for your home. When you're ready to start building your home, be sure to check out Schmidt Homes' beautiful and regularly updated showroom for inspiration. Get started building your dream home. Learn more at schmidthomes.com.
Making decisions can be hard. Whether you're picking out home design details, choosing a college, or planning a wedding, you put a lot of thought into life's big events. But paying for it all is easy with a home equity line of credit from Hometown Credit Union. Rates are always affordable, and you can quickly apply online at hometowncu.coop. Make the decision easy with a Hometown Credit Union HELOC. Equal housing lender.
Hey, welcome back to the Northfield Ice Arena. We're back here for a quick recap of that first period. Brent, Owatonna outshot them 10-9, but you had talked earlier, about the quality of what we were seeing. So
yes, yeah. No, I definitely would say Northfield had the huge advantage on that. They had better quality scoring chances. They put 2 in, and the majority of their shots for Owatonna were from the outside. And you do that with Mueller, she's going to just stop it. Like there was nothing, there was no threat there. So they definitely were the better team, was Northfield this first period.
Well, and I think they were sorting each other out for the first 5 minutes there or so things are going back and forth. And that opening goal was by Taylor Crone. She was right out in front with 5:34, so she struck to go up 1-0. And then they got in a penalty at the 7:42 mark, and then, of course, it was Grace Precaution with that incredible shot from the right circle to put them up 2-0 and get that power play goal. So I'm pretty confident that Owatonna does not want to be in that position.
No, they definitely don't. I mean, Page is trying to tone down the penalties just because they've been having too many. Owatonna does not want to face their power play, and they gave an open look to McCaution. She can shoot. She's one of the better shooters on this team. You don't want that kid having that much time and able to pick a corner.
Well, we did have our one cross-checking penalty there at the 8:18 mark as well, so that's just one of the things that they talked about before the contest. We got to do a better job of staying. And like she was saying, a lot of that has to do with they're not moving their feet because they're getting maybe tired or under their legs or something. That's when they start using their sticks.
Yep.
And I think that was just one of those deals. That was I don't think that had anything to do with that penalty against Paulson. But nonetheless, you got to play a clean game against if you're playing a game like Owatonna.
Yep, yeah. I mean, that's one that just happened. It was off of a rush, and you just want to minimize them. 1 a period is good. That's okay to be there. You don't want to get into the double digits. So,
right. So anyhow, the Raiders on top 2-0 from your Heritage Bank scoreboard. They again outshot 10-9, but overall quality versus quantity, I would say that we had the edge there as well.
Yeah, and we had a few missed opportunities. We had a post there by Prutka. We had a couple just missed the net. So very much we had the better scoring chances tonight.
Well, there you have it. So that's the end of your first period. We'll have the second period coming up here for you in just a couple of minutes. The Zamboni is about to leave the ice here, and then we'll get the players out here in just a couple of minutes. Just want to thank everyone for joining us this evening, and, of course, our sponsors for sponsoring these events. You are listening to Raider Hockey on 95.1 The One and streaming right here on NorthfieldLive.com.
Community Resource Bank, you can bank from anywhere, anytime you want. The CRB mobile banking app makes it easy to keep track of your balances, pay bills, transfer funds between accounts, and deposit checks any time of day or night. With branches in Northfield, Cannon Falls, and Roseville, we can offer solutions for businesses, residential, and investment accounts. Community Resource Bank. Let's bank together. Member FDIC and Equal Housing Lender.
Northfield Insurance offers more than just home and auto. They offer business insurance, health insurance, life insurance, and bonds as well. They have a combined 147 years of experience across 6 employees to make sure that you are getting the best possible insurance for your exact needs. Not only will they protect what's yours, they'll make sure that you're cared for like family. Find out how you can get the right insurance for you at nfldins.com or by calling 507-645-8861. Northfield Insurance Agency. They've got you covered.
This is Barb from Professional Dental Group, letting you know that the doctors and staff of Professional Dental Group are proud to call themselves Northfield Raiders sports fans. Whether scheduling for an implant, mouth guard, or general visit, we look forward to providing you with the same exceptional care that Professional Dental Group has delivered for over 45 years. So on behalf of Dr. Becky Johnson, Dr. John Nowak, Dr. Brian Cravey, Dr. Tyler Yonke, and Dr. Mallory Peterson, go Raiders!
Eye exams are more than just confirming that you have 20/20 vision. At River Valley Eye Professionals, you'll receive a thorough and detailed evaluation. We look at every part of your eye, from the lashes to the retina, to identify any potential problems and how to address them. Our state-of-the-art facility allows us to provide you with more than just glasses and contact lenses. We help to ensure that your eyes are healthy and remain so for a lifetime. Find out more about how to request an appointment at rvep.com. River Valley Eye Professionals. Don't miss seeing your world.
Community banking at its best. Whether you are looking to improve your financial future, planning to buy a new home, or considering a mortgage, Heritage Bank in Northfield can help. Our ability to make decisions locally provides you the highest level of service at competitive rates. Your finances and home are important to you, and having a staff that you can trust makes all the difference. We make banking easy with real estate specialists and loan officers ready to help you. Stop by Heritage Bank on Highway 3 or contact us at heritagebankmn.com and see how the professionals at Heritage Bank can help you build your future.
For a limited time, first month is free. Northwood Pines, a newly renovated senior living option at Northfield Retirement Community. Feel at home with these private one-bedroom plus den apartments. This living option is available for individuals and couples. Utilities are included and have on-site complimentary laundry facilities. And now, for a limited time, first month is free. Contact Northfield Retirement Community for more information at northfieldretirement.org. Northfield Retirement Community, innovation, choice, tradition.
Northfield is a unique town with passionate people. So much passion that it can be hard to keep up. That's why, if you're into art, local politics, sports, or anything else, Northfield Public Broadcasting is here to serve you. NPB is a free public access local television station that accepts submissions on anything you care about. NPB is a place to hear community voices and to share your own voice. Check it out.
Thinking of buying or selling your home? Don't go at it alone. Did you know there are nearly over 200 steps to the real estate process? 200 things to consider, be aware of, 200 things that could impede your ability to buy or sell or compromise the actual closing day. Alas, have no fear. You can contact one of our local and relentless agents at Century 21 Atwood and Professional Pride Group anytime to answer all of your real estate questions. Century 21 Atwood and Professional Pride Group. We're unstoppable together.
And Capel lifts it very high and deep into left field. Left fielder going back, and he's going to watch it. Austin Kemp, 2-run home run, and the section finals. Austin Kemp, are you kidding me? That inside pitch hammered.
And she is coming. Look out in front. Head back in.
Wow.
Oh, my goodness. Did you see that? That was unbelievable.
Great on. He's looking fly. Second.
Back out shot for Eddie for three. Got it.
Nice shot. And he got it. Touchdown, Geiger. How did he haul that in?
They're going to let it count down, boys and girls. Your Northfield Raiders are the Class 1A section champions, and they are on their way to St. Paul, Minnesota. Your Northfield Raiders section champions. And we're back here at the Northfield Ice Arena. Brent Bielenberg running color here this evening. Jimmy LaRue on the call. Just a couple of minutes left here. We're waiting for the Owatonna team to come back out. So we recapped the program early on. I think we're both on the same page. Whoever stays out of the penalty box probably has the greatest opportunity here this evening to stay in it.
Yeah, no, I mean, watching the first power play for Owatonna did not look that good. I mean, they have their best player in front of the net, which, you'd like to see her shoot a little bit more, but it just did not look in sorts. But you still the Raiders want to minimize the penalties that they take, and Owatonna does not want anything to do with this power play because they are having a hard time defending it, and if they give up a penalty, they're probably going to get scored on.
Right. So I mean, yeah, because you've got Ayla Puppy obviously on that line, and Beham's on that line, and Garley's on that. I mean, it's
a loaded power play. Like right now, you got 3 Division I players, and you got 2 kids who are right on the borderline Division I. On that, it's a lot of talent on that power play.
That's crazy.
Yep.
Well, we're just about ready to get started here. The Huskies will be skating from left to right on your radio dial, and the Raiders will be going from right to left here to start out the second period. And, of course, you've got Emerson Garley, and Steffes is out there. McCoshen is out there. Beham is out there, and Puppe is out there to start this second period. From your Heritage Bank scoreboard, the Raiders lead this one 2-0, and we are just about ready to get things started. Riddell will face off. You got Bowden on one side. You got the other Bowden on the other side, and then you've got Vetch lining up against Beham, and number 10 facing off Aliyah Kubacek. And we are ready to start the second period here. Referee drops the puck. Puck comes loose and into the Northfield zone it goes. Clock starts to tick, and away we go here into the second period. There's a shot towards the net, and that one just off the pad of Mueller, aiming for that low post over there. Picked up by Puppy in behind the net. She'll push that one up to Beham down the right side. She'll dump that one over to Garley. Garley will come around the edge, centering pass out front. That one's just broken up by Bowden for Owatonna, and she'll take that one right back down the right side. Fires right toward Miller. She'll kick that one all the way to the far corner as Owatonna does the switch. Little turnover there. McCoshen almost loses it in the zone, but then it's picked up again by the Raiders out front. Another shot towards the net, broken up by the defense. They keep hammering it in as Owatonna. They'll fire that one against the backboard over there and sends it up and in behind the net there. There's a spin shot around the top. Puck comes out right out in front. Broken up by the defense, and they'll skate it on out. Dumps McCoshen towards the net. That one's broken up by Spencer as she pushes that one all to the far corner. Now they'll skate it up and through the middle for Rausch. Dump pass there. Dumps it all the way back into the Northfield zone. Mueller will just push it away as they do a full line change over there. But they somehow hold the puck in on a turnover. There's a deflection out in front, but a nice save by Mueller. That was Riddell right out in front with a tip with an opportunity. Here's Bowden's shot. Picked up by Mueller, kicked into the far corner again. Miller trying to get control of the puck. Tries to flip it up and out, and it goes through the neutral zone. And now it's going to be a race for the puck. Perutka down the right-hand side. Beham over there. Finally clears into the zone. Steffes will try to dump it right back in. Into the neutral zone, it stays. Raiders will pick it up to pull it into their own zone. Forwarding pass up there to Perutka. She'll take it down the left side, and she'll hit the brakes, waiting for somebody to come by and pick it up for her. Miller, shot. That broken up by the defense. Going right towards the net. Trying to poke one in there is Beham as she takes it right out of the glove of Spencer. That one's going to be kicked all the way down, and we'll have an icing and a stoppage of play with 14:48 to go. And your Heritage Bank scoreboard, the Raiders lead this one 2-0.
Oh, I saw a good little flurry there. I've been saying most of them have not been high-quality shots by Owatonna. They had about 3 or 4 there. And what Northfield has to watch is Owatonna likes to get them shots from the point and play low offense. If our D are kind of missing them, we had a couple times Mueller had people just alone in front of the net, and she was able to make the save on them.
Puck goes all the way to the far end as Owatonna will take away the face-off there. 14:37 remaining here. There's Octakirk out in front trying to hold the puck in, but that one is going to get forced into the neutral ice as they skate that one all the way down, and there's a shot towards the goal, but she'll go flying. That's Rausch going flying right through the crease there into the near boards. Picked up by Octakirk. She'll send that one and fire it all the way around to Mitchell. Mitchell being tied up over there by McCoshen. Puck comes loose into the near corner. And she's checked right in the boards. Ottenkirk with a centering pass right out in front, and that one goes right through the crease and deflected to the far boards. As we got a scrum over there. Paulson over there trying to fight it. Owatonna dumps it in behind the net. McCoshen will try to scoop it up. Looking off the board, she'll fire it through. Kind of held back in there for a second. It was Macy before it's picked up there by number 9, and that is Nora Cedarstrom. A little new to the team this year.
Mm-hmm. And you can see Owatonna starting to play a little bit more physical there. They're trying to get through like that. It sounded like a big check on McCoshen, but I think they did a good job just checking the hands, but they're trying to play a little more physical with the Raiders.
13:43 remaining here. Second period. Raiders on top 2-0. And there's a centering pass across the middle. That's broken up by Bowden. Now that'll go all the way to the far corner as they try to clear it out of the zone. That one is defended by Puppy, and that'll come into the neutral side. Bowden will take that down. There's a shot towards the net, and Mueller will just scoop it up and hold it up, and we'll have a face-off to the left of the net.
Steffens has done a good job here. I mean, sometimes you forget. We lost 2 defensemen from last year that went to Shattuck, and she had to step back and play defense now. She's played forward her whole life, learning that she's getting more and more comfortable, but it also gives us another offensive defenseman with McCoshen and with Miller. So I think she's been really playing well. That's a hard adjustment. It's harder than people know, and I'm glad she was able to do that. Good leadership on that.
Parker will face off against Octakirk. Octakirk will break it loose down the right side. Roush will try to control it. Octakirk will pick it up in behind the net. She'll fight for it in behind the net. Owatonna comes away with it. There's a centering pass right out in front. That one is broken up. Now we'll get picked up, but we've got a couple of people chatting back there. Or they got their helmets stuck together.
Yeah, they got their helmets stuck.
So we'll have a stoppage of play there. You don't see that every day.
It's always entertaining, a little awkward too.
You want to let go? How about you let go? 13:09 remaining here, second period. They'll face off just to the left of Macy Mueller. Again, controlled by Owatonna. There's a shot across the middle, and of course that one is broken up by the Raiders. Steffes will chase after that one in behind the net. She'll be dragged to the ground. No penalty being called. She trips over the top. Raiders will try to come loose with it. Owatonna picks it up. Outkirk takes a turn to the other side, sends it to the boards. That one is broken up, and into the neutral ice it goes. As it's a race for the puck as Rasmussen goes after it down there, taking on Paige Thompson. The puck comes loose, goes back into the deep zone of Owatonna. There's a nice play. Picked up by Owatonna on the far circle. They'll try to skate it up and through. That one is deflected and broke up in neutral ice before it gets picked up down in their own zone as the Raiders tries to fire it through and misses it on the stick. Now it's picked up again. Thompson will dump that one all the way back in. Miller will chase it all the way in behind the net. And down into the far corner they go. Now into the near corner. Now back to the other corner. Tries to clear it, pushes the pass up, bounces off the stick. Now back off the board, goes to Miller. Miller checked off the puck, picked up by Perutka. Perutka will center that pass over there, and as a shot from the point by Miller, that one's deflected by the defense. That'll go down into the corner. There's a pass across the middle, into the crease it goes, and right out in front of that right slot there as they scramble for it, and finally Spencer gets her glove on it, and we'll have a stoppage of play with 11:40 to go.
That was a nice shift by that line. I got to talk to Paige, though. Get those two out. We got Perutka, we got Pocket. If you put Beeman, all three of them look the same. Like, you can't tell. And they're 16, 19, 18. But it was a very nice shift by them. They're both just hard-working players, and Rasmussen's getting in the corner. It was a good shift.
That puck comes way loose as they control the puck. Puppe tries to take a shot, deflected up and over the top of the net. This puck comes loose. Now down the right side they go. And McCossin will get down there and save the day. Drags Molenauer to the ground. There will be no penalty on that. They'll waive that, so that'll come loose, but that one comes right out in front. Broken up by the Raiders. Kubicek shot. Broken up again. Off the ankle. You can see that one hurt. That one hurt Garley. It took her a shot right into the skate, and she's limping a little bit out there. 11:08 to go. Here, second period. Raiders on top, 2-zip. And they've got the puck down the right side, and they'll take it all the way in behind, and it's taken off the puck is Puppe. Now it'll be brought into the near boards. Shot towards goal, off the pad, saved by Spencer. That one will go all the way over here into the near corner. Puppe tries to pick it up, cleared in through neutral ice. It'll be controlled by Owatonna, and they'll fire that one all the way in, and they'll have a full line change. Raiders on the return. They'll try to send it up and through, but it's picked up and pushed right back into the zone by Kubicek before it's picked up by Bowden. Bowden, nice skate across the middle, intercepted and broken up temporarily anyhow by Miller. That one goes down into the near corner. Now they'll skate it up and in behind and send that pass all the way up to Beham. She had tried to do a centering pass there up to Garley, but that's temporarily broken up by the Huskies of Owatonna before it is again recovered by the Raiders. They'll just dump it into the Owatonna zone. 1-on-2 down there, but it's Puppe coming in from around behind the net. Centers to the top of the point, down to Puppe down into the near circle. Now skating in across that left slot, takes a shot, fires wide right there. Picked up by Miller. She'll try to hold it in and keep it in the Owatonna zone before it gets pushed up into the neutral ice. And we're going to have a slashing call, it looks like, coming at the 9:43 mark.
Yeah, Ayla Puppe just made a really nice move out of the corner, got to the net. There's not much, their defensemen, all they really could do on that. You're either going to give a wide open shot to that player, or you're going to have to take a trip and take that penalty and hope they don't score here.
So the slashing penalty there, 7-17. It looks like Nora Cedarstrom is in the box for a 2-minute penalty. So let's see what we were talking about. They don't want to be in a. They don't want to put Northfield in the power play. So there's a shot right out in front, off the back of the glass, and Steffes with the rebound couldn't hold on to it, and the Raiders will continue to keep it in, and they'll force it all to the far right. Now a centering pass. Maya with a shot, and deflected, and there's a shot in the goal right into it with 20 seconds in, and the Raiders are up 3-0 from your Heritage Bank scoreboard.
That all just started with a great save. They were trying to get it clear. McCoshen just blocked it out and got it over to Puppy. Puppy got it over to Miller, and Miller put it away. So that's what's happened. Owatonna is really pressing hard up top. I don't know if you want to do that with those top three up top players, but they just moved around 2 passes, and it's a breakdown, and they get a goal.
All righty. Well, the Raiders coming out hard. Yeah, they didn't. It only took them 20 seconds there on that power play to pull one home, so it doesn't take much.
Scoring on the power play for the Raiders at 7:37. Number 21, Mia Miller. The assist with the number 11, Grace McGoshen. And number 9, Ayla Puppy. Miller from McGoshen. And Puppy at 7:37 on your Raider power play goal.
8:58 remaining here. You just heard the scorers table right there at the 7:37 mark. So Miller with the number 3rd goal of the evening here. And that is her 4th goal on the season so far this year. So she is really producing well.
Yep.
Facing off to the left of Spencer. Raiders trying to control the puck. They'll get a hold of it for a brief second, but that's picked up and intercepted there. Miller tries to recover it and send it back through the neutral ice. Having a hard time as Paukert trying to hold on to it, and then down the right side, a centering pass, and that one just off the glove of Mueller as Riddell puts a nice little slap shot on there and just misses to the left of Mueller. Raiders will send it up through the neutral zone. Dumped right back in is Thompson. She'll fire that all the way back around Owatonna in a complete line change here. Raiders will reset. Intercepted, try to fire it through the neutral zone, but that one's picked up by Kubacek. Kubacek, little stick move right there, down that left slot, centering pass across the crease, and that one goes right on by, and into the neutral zone it comes. So Octakirk will have to reset and dumps it right back in to the Raiders zone. From that right circle, centering pass again across the middle is Roush. She's making a break for it across the middle. It's picked up there by the Raiders as Perutka will try to get that one, clear it through. He's waving it off as a tip stick. There will be icing call. 7:50 remaining here in the second period from your Heritage Bank scoreboard. The Raiders on top, 3-0, and we'll have an icing call, and we'll bring it all the way back down to Owatonna's end. And face off to the left of Spencer. Spencer and Bowden having a conversation down there, talking to each other a little bit. So we will face off to the right of Spencer. Raiders come loose with it, but it gets picked up by Kubacek. Kubacek's going to take it and fire it all the way back and around. Raiders try to keep it in the Owatonna zone. Being defended against the near boards here as they try to break things up. That puck comes loose. Garley from the point, shot right into the breadbacks. That's a rebound out in front. We got a lot of slapping, a lot of people hitting the net. I don't know. And now we finally get a whistle. It's just, I mean, it took forever, and now they're calling for like a cross check there. I'm not sure what's going on.
I don't think they made a call, but
they didn't, and it took them forever to blow that whistle.
Yeah. As long as the ref sees the puck, he's not going to blow that whistle. As soon as he sees that puck disappear, the play is dead. So he was in good position, saw the puck available, and let him go.
Obviously, I wasn't. I thought that was dead 5 seconds before that. And there's Emerson with a shot just to the right and just takes it up and off to the left of the goal there as she takes it right off that face-off. Goes in behind. Emerson in behind. Looks for a centering pass between the legs. That is broken up by the defense before Bowden picks it up. She gets checked off the puck temporarily there. The two Bowden sisters on the ice here at the same time. And now it is Garley trying to make something happen there. That puck's going to get bounced off the boards and sent deep into the zone, and we'll have another icing call. They'll bring it right back with 6:49 remaining here in the second period. Your Northfield Raiders lead this contest 3-0 from your Heritage Bank scoreboard.
And you can just see Owatonna's tired right now. They're a little deflated, and definitely the Raiders have the upper hand. They're dictating the pace, making Owatonna chase them, and that makes you more tired when you have to chase people around.
You can almost just see the way the Raiders are playing, that they want to dominate this game.
Yep.
Miller, centering point. Oh, and she falls down. Otherwise, she had a shot towards the goal, but that one's going to come all the way back around to the near corner here. Picked up by Owatonna down in that corner. That's going to be Cedarstrom again, who just came out of the penalty box there shortly afterward. They went into the power play. This one's broken up, and down the right-hand side goes Roush. She hits the ground. Finally, it's picked up again there by Cedarstrom. Cedarstrom pushes it up and through, and it gets picked up all the way in behind the glass by Langford. Langford dumps it up and around, but it's picked up by Vetch. Vetch with the pass across the middle. Vetch will chase it down. She'll take it down in that corner, and she gets busted up down there. There's a shot towards the net. That's just kind of a push to the front with Cedarstrom there. Raiders will come away with it with 5:55 remaining here in the second period. Raiders trying to control it. Miller fires it hard off the glass, and it'll get at least to the neutral zone, but she'll lose control of the puck. That's Morgan Macy there. And now she'll send it up here to Vetch off of her stick, but it's picked up by Bowden. Pass across the middle. Riddell. Nice save by Macy Mueller as Riddell goes down that left side through that left crease, and she had an opportunity to put a goal in the net. Now it's Garley coming back the other direction. Now she fell down. Somebody's screaming for a trip, but he kind of skated right over the top of her stick. Centering pass out front, right for Puppe, but that one is broken up there by Dixon out in front. Now that's dumped right back in behind the net it goes. Garley back over to the corner into Puppe. Puppe 1-on-2 in the corner fighting for it. They'll try to clear it all the way to the top of the circle. That one's off the stick. Steffes with a shot, looking for a bit of a shot towards the net, but that one got broken up, and now the Raiders will pull it out of the zone. They'll regroup, and they are going to go right in through. There's a shot by caution. My God, from the top of the blue line, she puts it up and in. What a shot.
Yeah, it was nice. Yeah, she had a little screen there, and I know the coaches have been telling Grace to let that slap shot go. She's got a really nice slap shot. Shoot it from everywhere. They're going to give her high fives. She probably doesn't like it, but she's got a really nice shot. And that one, there was just a little screen, and it just rode right over the glove.
Unbelievable shot from the top of the point, from the left point there. I mean, she was just over the blue line,
yes.
too.
Yep.
Motion on your unassisted goal for your Northfield Raiders.
Well, from your Heritage Bank scoreboard, the Raiders lead this one 4-0, and I got to be honest with you, I didn't quite expect that coming out of the
No,
break.
I wasn't. I was curious to see how this goalie would do because she has not seen the action, has not seen this talent before. So it's but the Raiders. Right before that, our third line was out there against their second and then their first, and they didn't get any scoring chances. That's really deflating. And then our first gets out there. So we're able to roll three lines now and match them up against anyone, and that's tough to recover from.
When your third line is up against their first line and they can shut them down, that is that's great for us.
Yep.
But scary for the opponent, that's for sure. Totally. All right, so that puck gets poked right out in front as Owatonna will control the puck in the Northfield zone. From the point, there's a shot. That's broken up. Ouch, another one. Another ankle shot by Crone right there. And you can tell she took one in the ankle, so we'll have a stoppage of play and a face-off here to the left of Mueller with 4:09 to go.
Not to forget this either. Like, everybody will remember Grace's shot, beating the goalie there, but just a few seconds before that, they had a one-on-one Mueller, and she stuffed it. That's almost a 2-point turnaround, and that's what she does as a goaltender. She did her job. All of a sudden, the next thing you know, that inspires them. They get another goal. It could have been 3-1. Instead, it's 4-0.
Raiders will control the face-off, fires it off the boards, and sends that flying. They'll turn around, and bring that right back. Didn't even get about 3 seconds off the clock there. Miller kind of just overshooting the glass and sending it all the way down to Owatonna's end. 4:02 remaining here in the second period. Being outshot 20-18, but leading the contest 4-0 is your Northfield Raiders. They'll face off to the right of Mueller. Puck is dropped, comes clean. Owatonna takes it. A big crash at the top of the point there as the Raiders and Owatonna get tangled up with their skates and sticks there. Now the puck will go all the way in behind the net. It's going to be Miller. Tries to clear it up and out. Brings it to the near circle here. Centering pass across the middle. That's to Behan, but that's broken up temporarily. Now it's into Puppy's hands. It's a 2-on-2. Puppy's going to take it around the right side. She was trying to get that centering pass across the middle, but that was broken up by the defense. So she was looking for Paulson making a break. Now down the right side, that puck is going to go all the way across the end line. And they're going to call a penalty. Unbelievable. I thought she just kind of fell down a little bit, but it certainly looks like we're going to send Garley to the penalty box.
Yeah, I think they just got her just because she extended her arms out. The puck went past her. Going back to that play, as a coach, this is one of those things that nothing came of it, but you're going to highlight. Ayla made the right play going across. Paulson was jumping up in the play. She went far post. Very nice. Their defense blocked it, but that's one that you'll highlight and see what the Raiders can do here killing this off.
So we got
number 13, Emerson Garley, 2 minutes for interference.
All right, well, you heard the call, bit of an interference. I figured they could have maybe went both ways on that. Puck is going to be sent all the way down into the Raider zone, and they'll turn around and they'll try to clear it up and out, and they'll wave that one off as we continue to tick the clock away here in the power play. Owatonna in the power play. Octakirk will take that. 1-on-4 there. That was a good choice to bail out of that one. And now they'll bring another person. There's a shot towards the net far to the left of Mueller's arm. And that one's going to get sent all the way back down as the penalty kill continues to be impressive here for the Raiders. Skating in there hard goes Parutka. Puck is cleared in through neutral ice. It's sitting at the red line. Miller just holding it up, letting time tick away. So we got just under a minute now. And there's a nice break by Parutka before that one's picked up by Riddell. Parutka dumps it in. She'll head to the bench. Raiders will head to the bench. Puppy will stay on. Miller will stay on. They'll fire it all the way in here to the near boards. Octakirk, back centering pass across the middle. Oh, and they run into each other, and it's a breakaway. Here she comes on the right side. She shoots as it's she just misses the opportunity as Spencer. Puck got through her for a second, and then she turned around and pounced on it.
I think Beeman's really had a strong game today. It's fun to see because, she's adjusting. First year playing on the first line, adjusting. She's been really strong. Picked that up. She just took it. Good shot. Goalie made that save. Almost squeaked through.
They say that Emily has all 3 assists, but in the first game against Gentry, if you replay the tape, she was the one who scored first at that 39-second mark. So she actually has a goal on the season. That puck will come out to the top of the circle, and then it'll bounce all the way back in with 26 seconds remaining here in the first period. Puck will come into the neutral ice. They'll fire it down one more time. They'll try to make one more rush. Parutka will chase in behind it. Raiders playing defense here pretty much. And there's a skate across the middle there. Breaking for the net was Paukert. So now we got Parutka and Paukert out there. Now that one's down into the circle. Out front, and there's a shot deflected up and over the top again. And that is the end of the penalty play. Right there, they are back to full strength for the Raiders with a 1:22 to go.
Boy, that's a great play there by Paukert to Parutka. It's just exactly what you want, low offense. It's another one you're going to show on the video because it was a perfect play. Their kid just got the stick on it, but brought it over to Grace. Right now they're just dominating.
Puppy will take that from the top of the point. She'll fire one, and she scores just like that from the right circle. Ayla Puppy with another goal.
We might see a little change here in the netting because she just could not read that puck.
Yeah, she went around the outside edge down there. Ayla does like to take a shot from that right wing a lot of times.
She loves that spot.
And it was just a little wrister, and she didn't see that coming.
No, we know where Ayla likes to put that one usually, and kind of misfired, and the goalie just could not respond. And almost looks a little bit like she wouldn't mind getting out of this game a little bit.
Well, they got Allison Johnson. Looks like Allison Johnson would be the backup, so we'll see what happens here at the end of the second period. Raiders will Owatonna controls the faceoff, sends it into the Northfield zone before it is picked up by the Raiders. They'll push that up and through neutral ice before it's dumped right back in. Steffes can't control it. Now it's picked up there by Crone. Crone centering pass broken up by the defense. Sends all the way back to the far corner. Owatonna desperate to get something moving here. They will take the puck and they cannot hold on to it into the neutral zone. Raiders all over it. They'll send it here to the near boards, and that one's going to get picked up temporarily by Thompson before the Raiders stick check him off of that puck. 28 seconds remaining. Raiders forces it up and through neutral ice. It's going to get picked up by Owatonna, and Macy tries to clear it, and that one will have a stoppage of play there with 20 seconds remaining. Into the crowd it goes.
Boy, I mean, this is a statement right here by the Raiders. To the Big Nine, it's I'd be nervous.
Yeah.
Like, this is a team that has a look like, unless they really lay an egg, they're not going to lose in the Big Nine this year.
20 seconds remaining here. Second period. Faceoff goes down into the corner. Picked up by Owatonna. Covering it up. Trying to clear it up and through. Puck will come off the boards. Riddell will take it in pot pursuit. Fired up. Behem can't get her stick to it. Now she tries to fight for it on the other side of the ice. Now it comes loose into Owatonna's zone. She tries to clear it up and out. And McCoshen gets a stick on it. And that is the end of the second period. From the Northfield Ice Arena in your Heritage Bank scoreboard, the Northfield Raiders lead this one 5-0. We'll be back, and we'll talk a little bit more about the dominating performance of your Northfield Raiders. You're listening to Raider Hockey on 95.1 KYMN and streaming on NorthfieldLive.com.
Banking at its best. Whether you are looking to improve your financial future, planning to buy a new home, or considering a mortgage, Heritage Bank in Northfield can help. Our ability to make decisions locally provides you the highest level of service at competitive rates. Your finances and home are important to you, and having a staff that you can trust makes all the difference. We make banking easy with real estate specialists and loan officers ready to help you. Stop by Heritage Bank on Highway 3 or contact us at heritagebankmn.com and see how the professionals at Heritage Bank can help you build your future.
The days are getting cooler, and it means it's time to take a trip to Witt Brothers for your winter checkup. Let's face it, no one wants to get caught in the cold with a dead battery. Make sure your vehicle is in peak condition for the winter season. The checkup includes an oil change, tire rotation, brake inspection, battery tests, and they'll even winterize your vehicle. Stop by Witt Brothers Service, located at 701 Division Street in downtown Northfield, for all your automotive maintenance and repair needs.
The graphic mailbox in the River Park Mall. With all of your mailing and printing needs, we can pack it up, ship it out, and get it down the road. Fabricate a sign or a banner. We work hard to know our products. We can find what works for you and set you up with everything you need. The graphic mailbox in the River Park Mall, offering solutions for you.
No matter what business you're in, it's hard to find someone to keep your business clean. ServiceMaster by Ayat's Janitorial Services cover everything from floor care and carpet cleaning to general cleaning, windows, and power washing. When you're in need of janitorial cleaning services, demand the yellow van. Call ServiceMaster by Ayat today.
Demand the yellow van. Call ServiceMaster.
The Quarterback Club of Northfield knows just how hard the student-athletes work each and every sports season and would like to wish all of the Raiders athletic teams the best of luck this year. After practice is over or before the big game, stop into the Quarterback Club and grab their roasted chicken, tender baby back ribs, or famous broiled burgers. Short on time? Call ahead and they will have it ready for you to carry out. They serve lunch and dinner, so no matter your busy schedule, the Quarterback Club has something for you. Good luck, Raiders, and we'll see you after the game. The Quarterback Club, off Highway 3 in Northfield.
Heritage Dental Care in Northfield is a general dental clinic specializing in a variety of dental procedures and services. New patients and emergencies are welcomed 5 days a week. Heritage Dental Care is a proud supporter of Northfield Athletics and wish all of our athletes the best of luck this season. Make an appointment today with Dr. David Bress, Dr. David Buck, or Dr. Michael Thompson. Go Raiders!
Start your morning with the KYMN Morning Show. This is Jeff Johnson. Join me each weekday from 6 to 9 a.m. when I talk with local people making news. Rich Larson has the area's most comprehensive and up-to-date newscasts. Weather specialist Bob Matheson will have your forecast. And Tim McNiff joins us for news with a side of sports. Find out what's happening in your community by listening to 95.1 FM, AM 1080, or online at kymnradio.net. KYMN 95 The One.
At Merchants Bank, we're committed to helping our customers fulfill their hopes and dreams. But what does that look like? It means being there to guide you through financial choices, like tips for maximizing your savings or choosing an affordable mortgage option based on your needs. It means we have digital banking tools to make your life easier. And when you need a local, friendly person to talk to, we're here for you then, too. Join Merchants Bank family today. Visit merchantsbank.com or stop in today.
Hey, welcome back to the Northfield Ice Arena. Raiders on top, 5-0. We've had 2 penalties, 2 power play goals, and I think we've made a statement. You don't want to be in the power play against Northfield.
It's starting to click now, and they're I mean, that's actually what they want. They want them to rush up top, and they're sending 2 up high. Once they start breaking that down, and you asked about, what do you do going into the third period? You're up 5-0. You keep doing what you're doing, and you're trying to get better. And so I can tell you, if they get another power play, they're going to be working that backdoor play, just trying to get everything crisp and clean. So it's been a very good performance. I thought the first period, our defense was really solid, and Macy didn't have much to face. This period, I bet they had probably 5 or 6 really high-scoring chances, which means our defense let down a little bit, but she stepped up.
Right.
She was huge that period.
And then I think, like you were saying, they're chasing.
Yeah.
So Owatonna, you could see that as they were winding it down, and you could see they're probably struggling a little bit, getting a little tired out there, and some sloppy plays here and there towards the end of that second period. So the young goalie, she's given up. She's let 5 get past them. There's been 20 shots apiece for both teams. A lot of the quality shots for the Raiders, probably a little bit better than that of Owatonna, but Owatonna got a couple nice ones, and of course Mason made some really nice stops there as well. But I think the goal for me was McCoshen from literally the blue line, and she just fired it, and it's just like the poor goalie didn't see it coming.
Yeah. There was a little moving screen, like I said. The coaches have been telling her. I mean, I even see when I said it's like, let that shot go. Like, she's got a really good slap shot, but it's all just that confidence, feeling comfortable. It's good to see her because I think she's focused on, I want to be the toughest defender out here. Like, she's kind of owned that, but she's got so much offensive gifting too that it's just take that opportunity when it's there. It's fun to see her take it tonight.
Yeah, it really is. And I mean, she's got 2 goals on the evening. She had one in the first period that she took from the right circle, and now this one from the top of the left circle on the blue line, literally. So she's got 2 goals on the evening already. So who knows? Maybe she'll get that hat trick. But we'll see, because I said about, how do you back it down a little bit? But like you were trying to explain to me was, look, we're still early in the season. This is an opportunity in competition to work those plays so that the next team you play, you improve a little bit more. Yeah,
against a really good team. I mean, this is a good opponent, so you really don't want to back it down. And what you're doing, though, they'll have 3 lines, and they want to roll all 3 lines because you get into that rotation and see what you got. All 3 have been playing pretty well. And so you get that going, and it's fun then. And it's hard because the kids are out there. They want to score. Like, that third line is like, we want action now. And so they got a lot of tempo done.
And our third line is going up against their number 1 and are successful.
Yes. Yeah.
And so, again, like you were saying, the Big 9 better beware.
Yeah. No, it's the conference, I think, is down again. I mean, it's never really that strong all the time, but this right now, what I see tonight, I just don't know who's going to beat them.
Right.
Like they're playing really well.
Yeah.
The only one that could beat them probably is them. If they just kind of have a sluggish game or something.
Like you said, lay an egg.
Yeah.
You come out flat. Maybe you take on, somebody from Mankato or whatever the deal is, and then you just come out flat or something like that, and they get caught, or whatever. But Owatonna, coming into the year, obviously was, expected to contend against the Big Nine, and yes, if this is the comparison. Yeah, this is going to be a fun season for the Northfield Raiders girls.
Yeah, and you want to piece in, and you just don't want to get lulled to sleep, because sometimes you're playing those teams and it's not fun. It's like you could say it's fun, like winning 10-0. It's not fun. Like you want 3-2 games. You want that challenge. But it is an opportunity. You just always are trying. How do we get better? How do we get better? But you never know. Owatonna, this is early in the year. They get things going, and next time we face them, they might really be clicking.
And they're going to figure some things out as well.
Yeah,
so
they have the skill.
I think that's what Tony Cloud was trying to explain, is they haven't found their footing from a standpoint of how are we playing, how are our lines being put out there, who are we challenging, how are we going about. We're still learning our game for this season. So I'm sure there's going to be a lot of tape.
Yes.
A lot of tape they're going to be going over.
Yeah, they'll watch it and learn from it, but they do have a pretty good deep team.
So, with that said, from your Heritage Bank scoreboard, the Raiders lead this contest 5-0 here in the second period. We're going to take a short break as the Zamboni leaves the ice again, and when we come back, we'll talk third period, and we'll get that puck drop and get this game going on. From the Northfield Ice Arena, you're listening to Raider Hockey on 95.1 The One, KYMN, and streaming live right here on NorthfieldLive.com.
Community Resource Bank, you can bank from anywhere, anytime you want. The CRB mobile banking app makes it easy to keep track of your balances, pay bills, transfer funds between accounts, and deposit checks any time of day or night. With branches in Northfield, Cannon Falls, and Roseville, we can offer solutions for businesses, residential, and investment accounts. Community Resource Bank. Let's bank together. Member FDIC and Equal Housing Lender.
Valley Auto House is a full automotive repair, shop, collision center, and the only AAA authorized towing facility in Northfield. That means if you are in a minor or a major collision this winter, or if a deer happens to find your vehicle, Valley Auto House can handle it all. We work with all major insurance companies to handle your vehicle, from the tow to completing all of your vehicle's repairs. Valley Auto House is located at Highway 3 South in Northfield, open at 7:30 a.m. until 5 p.m., Monday through Friday, or you can find us at valleyautohouse.net.
For a limited time, first month is free. Northwood Pines, a newly renovated senior living option at Northfield Retirement Community. Feel at home with these private one-bedroom plus den apartments. This living option is available for individuals and couples. Utilities are included and have on-site complimentary laundry facilities. And now, for a limited time, first month is free. Contact Northfield Retirement Community for more information at northfieldretirement.org. Northfield Retirement Community, innovation, choice, tradition.
Northfield Live doesn't just provide game coverage. We provide opportunities for Northfield youth to showcase, learn, and experience many aspects of media. Practice their communication skills by providing play-by-play and color announcing, getting interviews with fellow students or coaches, or writing stories. They can showcase their graphic art skills by creating social media, running cameras for events, or producing a game like the one you're watching now. We also utilize the talents of adults to help mentor and provide a quality experience for the students. If you or someone you know might be interested in growing our coverage, you're welcome to call, text, or email us from the Northfield Live page at any time. Happy holidays from all of us at Northfield Live.
Hi, Dr. Michael Ritchie Eye Clinic and LASIK Center. Do you have HSA dollars that you're looking at wondering, hey, what can I use these on? Did you know you can use HSA, HRA, and other health savings accounts to pay for your LASIK procedure? In addition, if you have a Flex account, you can set aside money in your Flex account for next year to use towards LASIK.
Ritchie Eye Clinic and LASIK Center, Faribault. World-class LASIK, small-town traffic. RitchieEyeClinic.com.
Northfield is a unique town with passionate people. So much passion that it can be hard to keep up. That's why, if you're into art, local politics, sports, or anything else, Northfield Public Broadcasting is here to serve you. NPB is a free public access local television station that accepts submissions on anything you care about. NPB is a place to hear community voices and to share your own voice. Check it out.
This is Barb from Professional Dental Group, letting you know that the doctors and staff of Professional Dental Group are proud to call themselves Northfield Raiders sports fans. Whether scheduling for an implant, mouth guard, or general visit, we look forward to providing you with the same exceptional care that Professional Dental Group has delivered for over 45 years. So on behalf of Dr. Becky Johnson, Dr. John Nowak, Dr. Brian Cravey, Dr. Tyler Yonke, and Dr. Mallory Peterson, go Raiders!
Northfield Insurance offers more than just home and auto. They offer business insurance, health insurance, life insurance, and bonds as well. They have a combined 147 years of experience across 6 employees to make sure that you are getting the best possible insurance for your exact needs. Not only will they protect what's yours, they'll make sure that you're cared for like family. Find out how you can get the right insurance for you at nfldins.com or by calling 507-645-8861. Northfield Insurance Agency. They've got you covered.
Welcome back to the Northfield Ice Arena. What if I told you that the shots on goal are even at the end of 2 periods? What if I told you that Owatonna had 20? What if I told you Northfield had 20? What do you think the score would be? 5-0 in favor of the Northfield Raiders. I would not have guessed it for a million years.
Yeah, no. But watching it, you can see. I mean, there's been one flurry that Owatonna had, but it's just Northfield's been imposing their will on them tonight.
They are doing an outstanding job as that first line will come out here to start the 3rd period. 17 minutes on the clock. That'll be controlled by Owatonna. Dumped by their Bowden. Bowden will push it back up from the other Bowden. That one's broken up nicely on the defense by Garley out front. Now the puck comes loose into the crease. Mueller's trying to get a hand on it, and that one scoots loose into the corner it goes as they dump it all the way in and behind as Vetch chases after it. Now the Raiders will try to clear it up and out. McCoshen will try to pick it up in the corner. Pushes the pass forward, but it's broken up by Owatonna as they push it right back into the corner. Vetch fighting for it against McCoshen. Vetch coming away with it. Now McCoshen taking it off the stick. That one goes wrapped all the way around to the other side of the net now. And now the Raiders will skate it in through neutral ice. Skate it over is Steffes. She'll bring it to the near boards. And we're going to have an offsides as she couldn't get over the line quite fast enough. She flipped it. Steffes flipped the puck up in behind the goalie's leg there, and she kind of turned around and wanted to see who did that.
Yeah, and you were asking kind of what do you do? There's some things that you do. They're going to roll these 3 lines tonight, but you see Steffes got an opportunity to get up and play a little forward. She's been playing back on D because the team needs her, but get up on forward and get some time.
So we were just kind of curious. There's a shot in the goal underneath the legs. And the Raiders are going to put one away, and the clock continues to tick away. So at the 58-second mark there, score, and the clock continues to run.
Puckert, I got that one. Yeah.
So Puckert will get that one at the 53-second mark.
Yeah, so, just walked in. Not a. I mean, that you just get the shot on the ice, right below the 5-hole. Got it past her.
I was just going to say, we were just talking about Spencer, the goalie, and that we thought maybe they would come out of that second period, maybe do a goalie change there, and then that one.
Number 19, Ashlyn Pockert. The assist with the number 16, Emma Peruka. Pockert from Peruka at 1:08 of the 3rd period.
Pockert and Peruka. All we need is Paulson.
Well, and maybe Paige heard me because they got Beeman on that line too now. So she might have heard, like, I can't tell any of those 3 apart now.
So the Raiders will go up 6-0 from your Heritage Bank scoreboard. He said it was a goal at 1:08. It was actually at about the 57-second mark that she got that, because now the clock is just running continuously until Owatonna scores. Bowden will send that over to the far circle. That one's deflected right out front. A whiff by Vetch. Vetch with an opportunity in that left crease. Couldn't get it. Now BM will take it all the way across, and that'll be an offsides there. So they try to hustle through into the zone, but couldn't pull back fast enough, so we'll have a face-off in center neutral ice here. And we'll face off in front of the Owatonna bench with 14:33 and ticking left here in the contest. 21 shots on goal per team. Raiders on top 6-0. That puck will come loose as the Raiders will dump that all the way back into Owatonna's zone, in behind the net. It gets picked up there by Thompson. Thompson can't control it before it is picked up by Crone. Crone centering pass, deflected to the top of the key. Now it'll come all the way into neutral ice. McCoshen will dump it right back in. Picked up there by Ochterkirk, and she'll take it and skate it all the way in behind her own net. And she'll try to forward pass that one up as that one gets broken up temporarily as Langford sends that one all the way across and down into the near boards. Owatonna trying to clear it out, can't do it. It's going to get picked up there by Thompson. Thompson in behind the net. She gets stick poked there. Centering pass right out in front. Nakasha shot, and that one's right off the fat pad right out in front of her. And she saw that one coming because it was right between the eyeballs. That one's going to come up off of there. Here's Steffes. She's going to bring it back. Nakasha will take it and dump it right back in as Owatonna makes a quick line change. She'll skate it down. Centering pass. Nobody out in front. Ochterkirk picks it up. Tries to clear it. Goes back into the corner. Now it's centered all the way through. That one's going to scramble all the way down, and they'll call an icing call with 13:12 to go here in the third period. Raiders on top 6-0 from your Heritage Bank scoreboard.
You know, you were asking me kind of what do you do in a third period like this? This is partly what you're doing. Like, Steffes is getting rewarded for playing D. She get back up on forward. But you also get to look at a line that I know they like is Beeman, Pockert, and Peruka. Like, they all play good, solid hockey, and you get to see what they look like together.
Bowden up to Vetch. Vetch down the left side. She's trying to get the angle, centering puck across the crease, and all it goes as Maya Miller breaks it up. And there's going to be a no call there. Looked like it could have been a tripping there, but Steffes taking off the puck by Vetch as they smash into the corner as they go after Bowden back over in the corner over there. And now they'll come away with it. It's the Raiders with the puck. And we see Pape is in there. You don't see her as often as many times, and they're kind of spreading these lines out a little bit. Centering pass. Pape didn't see it right through the crease it came as Owatonna will pick that one up. And that's going to be Bowden. Samantha, she'll send that one all the way down and in. Puck will come all the way across into the near boards. Back down into the corner it goes as Owatonna chases after it. And the Raiders come out in front of it. That one goes across the crease there into that slot there a little bit, but that one's broken up by Miller. Miller will take that one, tries to fire it up and through, and that one's off the stick, and now it's Steffes and Garley. 2-on-1 and a centering pass broken up. Great defensive play there by number 11. That is Lauren Bouchot for Owatonna, and that was a save right there.
Yeah, no, it was a good idea there. You're glad to see Steffes was looking for the right play, looking across the ice there for Steffens. It just wasn't there at that time, but that's what you're looking for. Good hockey plays, making the right decision instead of just throwing the puck at the net.
Clock continues to tick with 11:13 to go here. Third period, Raiders up 6-0. Puck will go down into the corner. It's going to be picked up there by Dixon. Dixon tries to clear it. She can't get it out of the zone. Ochterkirk tries to clear it, get it out of the zone. She can't do it. Molinara tries to do it. And the Raiders just dump it right back in behind the Husky net. And yes, without a doubt, the Raiders just definitely casting their will upon Owatonna. McCosson will just send it right back into the Owatonna zone. Forwards it up through neutral ice. It'll go all the way back. And you got to give her credit, that young Anna Molinauer. She's getting after it. She's not quitting. They're not giving up. But they know that they are up against a huge challenge here in the third period. McCoshen, centering pass, broken up in front. Beeham with a shot and an opportunity. Puck slides out. It looks like somebody kicked it in. And it should be nobody. It looks like
he's really stretched back there. McCoshen just missed wrapping that around. I think it might have hit the post and then the skate. Just missed getting that in, but...
So that would have been her hat trick, but not tonight, not yet though. So Spencer falls all over the top of it. They put the net back on. Clock continues to tick, and we will face off to the left of Spencer in the Owatonna zone. Raiders will come up front. Crone will face off against Owatonna. Puck drop. Puck goes across the middle again. That one is broken up as Langford tries to make a cut through the crease. Here's a race for the puck. Vetch going after it, and it's a shot and a goal. And Maurer gives that one up. So Vetch with the score puts them on the board.
That was an impressive goal. That was a backhander, upper corner. Little things that the coaches will they'll be talking. I think it was Paulson, just lost coming out. You always want to get to the middle of the ice when they're rushing out, and so just lost that. They'll get do a little video on that, but that was a heck of a goal. That was a backhander up into the opposite upper corner.
And she just got in behind the defense there enough and got an open break. So the clock will now go back into normal operating mode, which is at every stoppage unless the Raiders score.
30 of the third period. Number 5, Avery Vetch. The assist went to number 2, Elizabeth Riddell, and number 6, Samantha Bogan.
And the Raiders will continue to control the puck down in Owatonna's end as Puppe picks it up, and now she's skating all the way across the top. She'll come to the point. I thought she was going to do a little dump pass there to Miller, but she sends it all the way in behind the net on that one. And it is Owatonna coming away with it. Tries to get a centering pass there as Froman goes after centering pass there, broken up by the Raiders. Puppe will pick it up. And we had talked about this earlier, so now they'll push the puck up a little bit as Maya will skate it through the neutral ice. Stick goes flying there. Number 14 is Rausch. And we're going to have cross-checking coming up here.
Yeah, I think it's a little slash, Steffes just slashed the stick right out of her hand. It could have been slash, cross, interference. So little penalty kill work. This is where you like to see a little Peruka. She's good at blocking shots. See if they can't spring something, get a breakaway here.
So we're going to face off just to the right of Mueller. There's a shot across the middle. Rebound out in front. That one comes loose. Riddell trying to smash it through. Now that one's up and in. Octakirk with a shot and the goal right out in front of the crease. And it is a 6-2 contest.
That was just when they just kept pounding away in front of the net, and Macy just could not find it, getting that glove on, and he just kept pounding away. Something they definitely want to start cleaning up here. It's 6-2. Not a huge threat, but at the same time, you don't want to get sloppy. You want to get back into good play.
So that one, they just kept battling away at that one. That was just, they just kept hammering away, and then Macy couldn't get her glove down and get it on her, and it just kept popping out until finally it popped right out front.
That's frustrating as a goalie because you see it, you just can't get that thing covered up, and sticks keep slapping at it.
Raiders will control the face-off there after they scored their second goal. Oof. Puck comes loose into the neutral zone. Miller will pack that one back up as they skate that one into the zone of Owatonna. 7:44 remaining, third period. Centering pass out in front, kind of popped up in the air. No chance to really get a stick on it. The puck will go down the left side. Here comes Bowden down the left side. She'll take another shot on Miller. That's a pad save out there. That one rebounds out. Centering pass out in front. Another rebound right out in front. Owatonna coming on hard here in the third period. Bowden centering pass through the crease and out it goes. They'll clear it all the way down, and we'll have an icing call. They'll bring it right back, but Owatonna catching fire.
3 really good saves by Macy there, just in tight, but it's like she had to fight to find that. Those are 3 key saves because all of a sudden 6-3, you are feeling a little more heat. So the Raiders do need to pick it up defensively. Owatonna's got some energy now, and you want to put that energy away.
Puck comes loose. Controlled by Owatonna, centering pass through the crease. That one goes all the way through. Now the Raiders will pick it up, send it in all the way around the boards into the near corner. Now into the near boards. Behem picked up, and she loses control of the puck. Now Miller chasing it all the way across the ice. Boom, and into the boards she went, but she is coming up. Looks like she'll be okay. It's just kind of unfortunately went into the board. Puck will go down in behind the net of Owatonna. Behem down in that corner. Perutka down there chasing Araya. They'll try to clear it up and out. Thompson will send it up. Now it's down to Riddell. Left side. That one gets broken up. In behind the net, the puck goes. Now to the far corner. Octakirk. Centering pass across the middle in the crease. Mueller pumps it out and pushes it out. Vetch picks it up again. Centering pass again. And that one goes right past as Samantha Bowden sends that into the corner instead of towards the net. Tries to clear it up. Breaking up. Owatonna keeps it in. Vetch trying to keep it in, and it gets pushed all the way out. Raiders are going to take a complete turnover here. Yep, they're going to change out the net and chase out the next line, and we're going to bring it all the way back down to the other end with 6:11 to go. Your Raiders still on top, 6-2 from your Heritage Bank scoreboard.
Yeah, you can see by the faces on the coach, like the coaches' faces, they want this to get cleaned up, because right now Owatonna's kind of enforcing their will on us, and they want to stop this.
Puck comes to the top. Now picked up by Owatonna up across the middle. Vetch keeps it in again. Bowden with an opportunity, tries to clear it up and out. Can't do it. Steffes tries to skate it out. 1-on-5. Look out. Clear it out into the zone for Owatonna. She'll pick it right up off the backboard. Take it down into the corner. Centering pass out front. Shot. McCoshen, with a chance for a hat trick, and that one gets pushed out by Spencer. In behind the net it comes. Picked up by Vetch. Vetch in the near boards. Tries to clear it. Finally comes clean with it. Centering pass all the way across the ice and up and out it goes. 5:34 remaining here in the third period. And they let a few seconds run off there. They let about 6 seconds go before he turned the
home
clock
time
off.
clock, is that what you're saying?
Yeah. I think we got that on tape, but I'm not sure. But 5:30 remaining here. Face off at neutral ice. Raiders will come away with it. They'll take it into their zone. McCoshen will bounce it off the net, or off the board, and that's a hot pursuit there as Crone goes after it into the corner. Now Owatonna tries to clear it. McCoshen in neutral ice sends it across the other side of the ice, and into the zone it goes. Garley from that left point wing tries to send one through, but that one gets broken up as Crone is in hot pursuit. Now turnover in their own end, but it's pulled away by Crone. Now it's going to go into the neutral zone, and they're going to clear the ice, and now Owatonna in a line change. Raiders picking it up in behind the net. Passes are getting a little sloppy here in this third period with 4:47 to go. They still have a 6-2 lead, but Owatonna put a couple of goals in pretty quick. That one pops right out in front, and little too late as they try to skate right past that one as it just hung out in front of the crease. The Raiders will try to dump that all the way back in again, and now it's picked up by Bowden. Forwarding pass there. Miller will intercept it. Here's an opportunity. She takes a little wrister just off the right shoulder of the goalie there. And that one goes off the backboard. Picked up again by Miller. Trying to hold it in. And now it's out. And now we got a race for it. It looks like Puppe will go. They're going to call it as an icing on that one with 4:15 to go. Raiders on top 6-2.
It's just fun to see kids develop over the years. Like, I've watched Mia since she was little, and that's a high-level shot she just did there. Like, she had a lot of zip on that. Just a little toe drag, got to the middle of the ice, just missed the net. It's fun to see her develop into this player that she is.
She had a little gap, too. She had an opportunity over that shoulder. If she'd just, it's just a matter of a few inches there, and it could be a difference between just going over the top and a goal.
Yeah.
So the clock will continue to tick. Ayla Puppe will grab that. She'll take it into the far boards. Now in behind, skating in behind to the near. She'll try to do a centering pass there. That's broken up by the defense. Now it's Vec forwarding pass to Bowden. Picked up by Riddell. Dump pass. Bowden shot just over the glove of Mueller, but that one goes sailing past, and it comes all the way out into the neutral zone as Bowden now will pick it up again in her own zone, but that one's broken up nicely. Here's a shot. Nope, checked off there. That's going to be Thompson who takes it off the stick of Perutka there. Raiders still trying to keep it is. Beham in there. Perutka in there. Puck comes loose. Puppe now. McCoshen. Puppe. Center ice. Down the right. She likes to take it in between the legs there a little bit, but also likes to take that right-hand shot. She gets taken into the boards. Pretty hot and heavy. Temper's starting to flare just a little bit out there as more physicality happens here in the third period. Owatonna not giving up yet. Octakirk through the neutral ice, being changed by Steffes. She'll center that pass out in front of Thompson. That doesn't help. That gets past her. Cedarstrom tries to hold it in. Now for Owatonna in the neutral zone, or in the Northfield zone. Steffes finally picks it up into neutral ice. She'll skate it through. Dumps it all the way back down in the corner, and she'll chase after. 2:38 to go here, third period. Owatonna will come away with it. Stick poked there, away by Northfield, and then the puck comes loose into the neutral zone again. This puck will go forward, and Garley will try to push it down into the corner before that one gets picked up by Macy. Macy tries to clear it out. Raiders try to keep it in. Push it right back into Steffes. Down goes Garley. Down in the corner.
Oh.
She's checked right into the boards, and that'll be a penalty right there. Boarding for sure with 2:12 to go.
Yeah, the old good cross check. But that was probably the right call. That's a two-minute penalty, but just got her a little from behind into the boards, so...
So at the 14:48 mark, the Raiders will get back on the power play. And like we said, they scored twice on the power play, so maybe this will do what it takes to get them to settle down here a little bit here in the third period. Pape and Riddell will both get kicked out. We'll have, it looks like the other Bowden and Garley facing off. Puck comes loose. Bowden will control the faceoff. She'll take it in behind the net. Puck off the glass. Miller's trying to keep it in. Can't. Broken up by Vetch down the right side. Short-handed goal opportunity. And that one is in Mueller's glove. And we'll have a stoppage of play just to the left of the net with 1:47 remaining in the penalty for Owatonna and 1:58 remaining in the game. And they'll face off just to the left of Mueller there. Puppy comes away with it. Northfield will get it. Ayla will slide in behind the net. Owatonna will get back on defense as they are shorthanded with their penalty kill. Puppy down the right side, now across the right circle. Down in the corner, looking for a pass out front was Garley, and she was wide open, didn't get it. So now she's standing right out in front of the crease. Now she's up in behind. She'll slide in behind the net. Puppy to the top. McCoshen to the top of the right circle, and she just lost it off her stick. Somehow Octakirk almost picked her pocket there, but just kind of fell off her stick there temporarily. Now we'll skate around to the right-hand side. Puppy with that right-hand shot, and that one's off the pad of Spencer as that one flies right back through the crease and missed there by Garley as this puck will come loose into the neutral zone. 1:02 to go. Power play for the Raiders. That one is a turnover there as Kubicek has a shot. She fires one towards the net. 1:05 remaining in the contest. Raiders on top, 6-2. 50 seconds left in the power play. Raiders down the right side. Now it's Puppy across the blue line, in around the circle. She'll hit the brakes, come back to the top. Dump pass down into Garley, down in the corner. Before that is picked up there by Kubicek. Kubicek tries to clear can't. The Raiders kind of keep it in. Send it all the way across to the other side of the ice. Miller can't control it. Now she'll get it at the top of the circle there. She'll try to skate it down a little bit. Little dump pass there as they bring it in across. McCoshen at the top. Pape looking for a shot. McCoshen. There's a shot for it, and that one's off the backboard, and that one will fly all the way across, up and over to the other side of the ice. 19 seconds remaining. Just a couple seconds left in the power play, and that'll be at full strength right now with 10 seconds to go. So McCoshen with a couple opportunities for the hat trick tonight, just couldn't push one past. Here's a shot. That was deflected up front. Mueller. Puck gets dropped to the ice. Now it comes across the crease, and that is the end of the contest. From your Heritage Bank scoreboard, the Northfield Raiders 6 and Owatonna Huskies 2. We'll take a break. We'll come back. We'll recap. You're listening to Raider Hockey at 95.1 to 1 KYMN and streaming live on NorthfieldLive.com.
Your morning with the KYMN Morning Show. This is Jeff Johnson. Join me each weekday from 6 to 9 a.m. when I talk with local people making news. Rich Larson has the area's most comprehensive and up-to-date newscasts. Weather specialist Bob Matheson will have your forecast. And Tim McNiff joins us for news with a side of sports. Find out what's happening in your community by listening to 95.1 FM, AM 1080, or online at kymnradio.net. KYMN 95 to 1.
Northfield Live doesn't just provide game coverage. We provide opportunities for Northfield youth to showcase, learn, and experience many aspects of media. This opportunity gives students a chance to get real-life experience and build their writing skills. Working at Northfield Live isn't just about the on-screen coverage. The reports and stories about games, athletes, and coaches are just as important as broadcasting the game itself. If you or someone you know might be interested in learning how to write stories about local high school sports, we encourage you to call, text, or email us at the Northfield Live page anytime. From all of us at Northfield Live, go Raiders!
When your carpets, upholstery, and floors look dirty and stained, call the professionals at Service Master by Ayat. Service Master has been an industry leader for more than 20 years and have proven cleaning products to remove even the toughest stains and get the winter weather out of your carpets and floors. Eliminate dirt and grime from your carpet, hardwood, tile, and laminate floors. When you're in need of cleaning, demand the yellow van and call Service Master by Ayat today.
Demand the yellow van. Service Master.
Hey, welcome back to the Northfield Ice Arena. Raiders victorious 6-2 over the Owatonna Huskies. They made it interesting in that third period.
Yeah, no, it was a good third period. Like you asked, when you're up 5-0, do you kind of pull back? Not against a good team, because that's what their coach is saying. We want to finish strong because this goes in the next game, and I thought Owatonna did a really good job playing hard this period.
Well, they outshot them 11-4 in the third period, and they were scrambling all over the place. And we went up 50 at the 53-second mark. We went up 6-0 at the time, and that was Behem who scored that one. And, and then there's running clock, and everything's going on, and they're like going, okay, and, well, we're kind of up here it's going to be 7 or 8 or 9-0 here. And then all of a sudden, Owatonna just flipped. They just caught fire.
Yeah. No, it's hard to not have that happen. You just relax because you're up 6-0, running time. Now you're thinking about the game getting done, and kudos to Owatonna. Like they're trying to get better too, and they want to compete, and so they came back and they did not give up. I mean, they kept going hard, and even right at the last second there, they had a good scoring opportunity.
So, like I said, at the 53-second mark, it was actually Ashlyn Paukert that scored that goal at the 53-second mark. So that put him up 6-0. Then it was the first goal of the evening by a very vetch, number 5 for Owatonna at the 7:28 mark, and then bang. 8:48 mark, here comes another one as Molly Ochterkirk on a slight breakaway as she got in behind the defense there and was able to score on Mueller. But then Mueller there was still some opportunities there with 11 shots on goal, still made some really nice saves there in that third period as well. So she kind of held them out of the net. So congratulations to the Northfield Raiders, and of course Paige Haley advancing to 4-0 on the season.
Yep, no, it's a good run for them. I thought Mueller had a really strong game. I thought overall, top to bottom, it was a good game for the Raiders, and they played strong. And there's some things that you want to clean up in that last period, but for the most part, I think they walk away feeling really good about this game.
Well, and of course, Paige doing a nice job, and her coach being, her father being a coach as well, and played for her father.
Yes, yeah. So, and I want to give a shout out here to Pat and Sharon Haley. Pat's at Rochester Mayo, his dad, and battling some stuff, but that's Scott's dad and Paige's grandpa, and just an awesome family. I poke them a lot, saying we won because I got the Red Wingers coaching at Red Wing right now, or Northfield right now. But Pat, just wish you the best, and we're thinking about you, praying about you, and get well soon and get back home. So an unbelievable human being, just awesome. A really good guy.
Awesome. So on behalf of everybody here, all of our patrons, all of our sponsors, I want to thank you so much for bringing us, like I said, Heritage Bank scoreboard final 6-2. We want to thank Joey Hudson running the board down there, doing a fantastic job. Madison Hansen also on camera here this evening. Thank you so much for joining us. We couldn't do it without you. And remember, if you want to take part in some of these games, you most certainly can. You just got to go to northfieldlive.org and then just kind of put an inquiry in there and just ask, hey, how can I be a part of this? And there's some great opportunities. We're doing as many games as we can. We got wrestling coming up. We got basketball coming up. The boys hockey team starts here in, I want to say like the 28th or something of November as well. So there are so many games that we're doing right now. We just got done doing all the volleyball seasons and different stuff like that with football and volleyball. And now we've got like I said, you got the boys and girls basketball team, boys and girls hockey team. We got the wrestling team. We got a lot of games coming to you here on Northfield Live. So it's going to be fun and it's going to be exciting.
It's an awesome service that it does, because there's winters. There's a lot of games going on, and for relatives to be able to watch, and it's good for the kids. I mean, it's awesome to be able to go back home and look on stuff and watch your game. Watch yourself play, hear what they're saying about you, and it's just a cool thing that we have going here.
Yep, indeed. And here's the video that I don't know if anyone knows that or not, but you don't have to live in Northfield to be on Northfield Live. We get people watching from Washington State, from Virginia Beach, Virginia. We got them watching all over the place to watch Northfield Raiders activities. So I think that's awesome, and we're glad we're able to bring that to you. So on behalf of Brent Bielenberg and myself, Jimmy LaRue, bidding you adieu again from the Northfield Ice Arena. Raiders 6, Owatonna 2. We'll see you next time. You're listening to Raider Hockey on 95.1 The One and streaming live on NorthfieldLive.com.